I think I mentioned this previously. Oi, 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 that's been really loud all of a sudden. Oi, 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 oi. Why is my microphone so loud all of a sudden? Oi. I think I mentioned. Pardon. I think I mentioned this recently, but a game I'm definitely planning on replaying soon, and I died the instant you started. Well, fine, stream is cancelled. Stream is cancelled, lads. We're not gonna be streaming anymore. Thank you guys very much for watching. It was nice, but alas, it seems I am ruining someone's cyber grind. So alas, people, thank you guys. I noticed I forgot to turn on Vivian. Ay. Think about May Reaper and Razder. Razder? Who's Razder? Fucking Azrael Dreamer, but Razder? Who's that? Radiant Insurrectionist. Ah, okay. I know nothing about, like, Radiant stuff, so never expect me to be able to, tell you. I know nothing. I'm gonna get Phlogiston. But I'm gonna be using this one, but the Phlogiston is nice, but I don't really need it. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing to be gotten here, because Bellica auction. I refuse to do these. I mean, for 3 people, convicts will be secretly restored to the pirates. No. Special enemy plus radiance, fucked up and even. No, I know what is. Ugh. Heretic trophies. Ugh. Now, I know what it is. Like, I know, like, radiance. That I know. Just, yeah, I don't know about, yeah, like, if there's any short things. I remember Benjamin. That's that's 7-4, I think, right? The big, earth mover. Or am I mixing them up? But I sadly don't know, that. No. So, Idira. Epipath Incident N872-04 Tech Blight. Do these words mean anything to you? Perhaps your abilities can tell you something.
They mean nothing to me. They're just words. A whisper. So quiet, I barely caught it. Like a feather landing on a pile of down. Something about damned ambitions, antiquity, terrible antiquity. And chance. Chance through it all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I have a headache. And the stupid bloody whisper wasn't much help.
Have you recovered from your encounter with the fakes, Theodora?
I'm not going to lie. I haven't. Maybe I never will. But I'm not hearing random voices anymore. And I haven't been calling anyone from the other side.
The other side.
All that's done with. After what you did for me, I can't let you down again.
Very well, dear. We will hope for the best.
Yes, sir, Lord Captain. Of course.
Of course. So who else? The Voxmaster. Okay, Voxmaster and the Scottish guy, Magnus, Told him not too long ago I took part in a celebration in Jace's honor. Would your lordship care to learn the circumstances of her return to the ship? I can assure you that the landing deck was damaged minimally. Mistress Haydari escorted you to your quarters, rather boldly touching the person of the rogue trader, and in response to the crew's attempts to help you, you endeavored to demonstrate your proficiency in several Efreet swear words that, according to you, Mistress Haydari had taught you earlier. Regarding the incidents that took place on Footfall, Leech Tokara has already let us know that the persons affected have no claims against you, and thank your lordship for the honor for witnessing how the rogue trader and his charming paramour amused themselves. Anything interesting lately? Nothing. Can you recall anything unusual about Theodora's travels to the words Epitaph, Incident N872-04, or Tech Blight ring a bell? All of Lady Theodora's journeys could be considered unusual. Her odysseys were always audacious. As for the words you mentioned, none of them sound familiar to me as far as I can tell. Perhaps these matters are of long ago, which only my predecessor, the past seneschal, could have known, apart from Lady Theodora herself. But my grandfather never mentioned any such thing, and I never met the old seneschal. Except maybe the incident. I recall coming across this word in transmission several times. I think it was repeated by the former engineer, the one who perished during Conrad Victor's uprising. He was describing it as the incident, something quite remarkable. Apparently, at some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. All systems stopped responding for 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew, including myself as I was likely on board at the time, did not notice anything strange, but tech priests are sensitive to such things. Pudding with like pudding hand. Pudding! A pudding hand, pudding hand. Oh, the entirety of Poland now wishes to know your location. Hydrate you up. Okay, so you know nothing. Well, I can tell you, Captain, I wish I could help more. Okay. Well, rather. Yo, Captain. Hostile helmsman Rav at your service. Does the word epitaph mean anything to you, or perhaps incident N072-04 or tech blight? It all has to do something to do with Theodora's travels, rather extraordinary travels at that. Can't say they do, Lord Captain. Doesn't ring any bells. Then again, remembering all the places Lady Theodora went his brow furrows. Epitaph incidents. We've always had heaps of incidents happening on board, but through my implants I feel at one with the ship, and I'll sense that. I don't know when it happened exactly. It started behaving differently, because it became more responsive. Livelier. Yes, lively is exactly the word. And when you said epitaph and incident, it just dawned on me. Pardon my bungo report, old Captain, but that's all I've got to say on that front. Okay, so nothing. Talk to Nomos about Theodora's caches. Yeah, I missed 2 of those caches. Whoopsie. Guess my Warhammer Fantasy Army and win some bits. I wonder if the one person that has said that they are playing Warhammer Fantasy with nothing but orcs and that his main favorite faction is orcs would use orcs. I think you very much strike me as a high elf player. Definitely high elves and not orcs. You would never pick orcs because you are the most high elf of players that I know. Oh, sorry, I did not mean high elves. I meant you are definitely using the lizard man. You would never be using orcs. No, you would never. I would assume it's probably orcs. Before it's actually high elves. You should go to drive with high elves. No, you're joking, right? You're actually joking, right? You're actually joking, right? Actually, no. No, you said your favorites were orcs. What do you mean you got high elves? No, no. Thanks for the bits. I didn't think I would actually get it right. I jokingly said high elves. You actually got high elves. I'm actually joking. Since I just saw it. See, the reason I picked high elves because I was thinking about what would be the least likely that I felt like you would get. I was like, yes, high elves are. Fartbath would never go for high elves because high elves are just not okay. And then it was high elves. Oh, thanks for the bits, man. Thank you. I didn't actually think I was gonna be correct with high elves. Oh, Jesus, it turns out being a fucking idiot has its advantages. Oh, Jesus. Easy, fucking easy. You're just gonna go full idiota mode. Hey, honey mouse. Uh, Hey, carambos. So how are you doing for that? I can't believe I was actually correct about that. Damn. Oh Jesus. Oh, that was good. Thank you. uh, The servitor built into the huge cogitator turns its head to you. The vox emits a rasping voice. Hello, Namas, welcome your visit. My internet is still dead and I'm pissed, otherwise good. Why don't you just get SpaceX? SpaceX can help you having internet when cable give out. Trust me, you should get SpaceX. Wait, what was it called? What was it called? Was it called SpaceX? No, like the Elon Snusk internet. I don't get it. What have you been doing, Nomos? We have been studying and observing, and helping the ship when we can. So many mechanisms, they would have suffered without our input. What about the research notes on the tech blight that we obtained from the cache on Kiava Gamma? The name is also known to us. It is related to Nomos, although we do not understand how. Starlink Screamer. Oh yeah, sorry. Starlink, yeah. Incident N872-04 was a shipwide system failure of some kind. It and Epitaph had something to do with the ship flying better. The incident marked the beginning of us. The ship became better because of us too. These are all links in the same chain, but we cannot piece them together yet. The people who accompany Theodora on her travels are strangely unaware of the incident in Epitaph. Human shells are subject to external influences. Perhaps someone purged their memory archives, or perhaps they simply do not want to access them. It is a shame that no new information was obtained, but Nomos are grateful that you tried. Work meeting BRB. I'll see you in a bit, man. I must take my leave. The Cybergogwa's gaze tracks you as you walk away from the cogitator. Well, perhaps the answer to the mystery of origin will present itself in time. I mean, if you're already forming it like that, it will. So, talk to Kibella. Maybe Vespa's a treasure, however, managing those was a previous and taking the November project, so I don't connect with the even greater results. Okay, so we gotta talk with Kibella. Okay, where is she? Where is Kibella? There is Kibella. Kibella.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit. The one who delivered this ark from the curse of your existence.
The malformed skull in Kibella's hands has been polished to a pale sheen. Its empty eye sockets pose a question that can only be answered in death. Who is Nemo?
An aberration. Your former foe. His eternal foe. My new companion in shadow and my trophy. You once knew him by the name Nemesite, but now his name is Nemo.
Ah, Nemo. Find Nemo.
Whenever I feel the need to voice my thoughts, I turn to him. He is far wiser in death than when he was alive.
What did you wish to discuss?
For years, I have been honing my body and spirit through sacred rituals. I have ushered hundreds of souls to the other side. The hunt for Nemesite was not my first. Yet, after my enemy fell, for the first time ever, I felt empty. And that emptiness only grew heavier under the weight of the question that formed in my mind during that hunt. I prayed. I longed for his guidance to put my mind at rest. But in my self-pity, I showed weakness in the eyes of the Undying One. And so, my only answer was silence. I must therefore ask you this agonizing question, Domin. Tell me, what is the purpose of the blood-spun web?
Does it have anything to do with our earlier conversation about your resemblance to Nemesite?
Please, just answer me.
You serve the undying emperor, you also serve his faithful, you are the givers of his peace, you are the scourge of the renegades, deliver his vengeance in the name of the righteous. I mean, yeah, you serve the undying emperor and his faithful.
Then that makes me a driver of the ignorant. One who guides people into following an idea they may never hope to comprehend.
Okay, cool, thanks.
All my life, I have walked the road that was prescribed for me. I did as I was told. I searched for the truth in other people's words, then repeated them in my own voice. And I never once questioned my destiny. Until you came along, Nemo.
The way Kibilla drags her metal claws across the skull in her hand seems almost affectionate.
I
Is she gonna...
just as easily have met Nemesight's fate, and he mine. All it would have taken is a different pattern of threads. The only distinction lies in our ideas. Thank you for this conversation, Domin. It has satiated the void that gnaws at my soul, if only for a time. As for how to seal this chasm for good, that I have yet to find out. May the tenets of the web guide me to the truth.
Mm-hmm. Cool. The cult of the find the traces of the gene stealer cults. The cult of the Nourishers, tainted with genetic corruption, was discovered on the planet Yesevon. Talk to master ceremonies, okay. Wait and search, and your rule ritual of binding.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin.
Okay, so it says like some binding shit, but I'll be honest, I kinda don't want to do that one. Are the seconded troops from Zarkov? How are the seconded troops from Zarkov faring? They're settling in well. The technical corridors aren't much different from Zarkov's roots. My soldiers are on their guard around your servants, but it seems to be the way for every community here. We've had a few scuffles with the locals, but so far it's just been bloody noses and a couple of broken legs. Okay. If I remember correctly, I had to go to the Fright Line because of something. Like, there was a quest that told me I have to go to the Fright Line, I think. Like something about the Fright Line. I think, I don't remember, but I think there was something. But I also don't see that quest anymore. Honey is sleeping with her tongue out. She's doing a mlem. Gosh, she's so cute. Oh yeah, I forgot, I need to check on the poppers sometimes. Which luckily is not that difficult, because I have a camera installed for down there. Because ya boy was smart and decided to buy a baby phone. Okay, so who do I talk with here? Because I needed to talk with someone here. Tell me about the station. Steadfast in your duty. No, wasn't there something that I'd had to do down here? Throne room, Palace from Valencias. Okay. New ruler. Wait for news. Cabela. Muro 79. Okay, no, there's nothing here, I guess. Okay, The foreman. I mean, maybe I need to talk with these guys? But nah, there was nothing. Nah, I mean, the quest doesn't say I need to go here. Okay, then Voidship Bridge. I just wasted my time going here. It's getting warm again over here, 25, like, the poppies currently have 25 degrees, and man, that's, why does it have to be warm again? I enjoyed it when temperatures were around 20. Why do we now have to head towards, like, 30 again? I hate the warm, just give me the cold. Okay, Muro 79, I remember, it's over here now. Kiava colony remind? What does Kiava need me for now? Well, I'll be there in a second. Okay, so there's something here in Mu Row 79. That is the rocky world here. Oh, wrecked void ship. Okay. So this is why I had to come here. Okay. The priceless discovery left the crew speechless and shaken. The ancient Imperial Arc ship, Hammer of Redemption, was hidden below the surface, impervious to the Augur's sight. Had the rogue trader not found pieces of an archaeotech compass that resonated with the vessel's defense systems, it would have remained lying in a bottomless chasm, lost and undeservedly forgotten forever. That's it. That's all I get. Oh, I got this. 10 to all skills, can recall any failed test once for each test. Ui. The Olympus Mechanicus acolyte studied the ancient data archives and concluded that the vessel crashed about 300 years ago after running into an asteroid stream. Hoping to rescue at least some of the colonists, the captain dispatched 4 lifeboats whose tragic fate you already know. Although time and weather were not kind to the Hammer of Redemption, the crew still managed to salvage plenty of valuable items. Okay, I mean, okay, yeah, 11 chainsaws. Why do I have 11 chainswords? What do I do with those? Where's this thing that I just got? Where is it? It looked like this. There it is. So 10 to all skills. Any failed skill test once for each test. Do you have anything you don't need? 10 to awareness. I mean, this is 10 to awareness. It's this one, right? I mean, it would get more lore on Xenos, so yeah. Input-gen, of course, has plus 10 to anything. Plus 15 Medicae. Yeah, exhaustion. I mean, from her I get logic and tech use and lore of warp. Yeah, okay, now I feel it's a bit better if Lysandra gets this, because it suffers 40% more damage. Law of Warp divided by 3. Oy, 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 oy. Yeah, she doesn't really need to take more damage. Oy, oy, oy. Oy, oy, oy. I mean, anything here? No, I definitely need that one. 15 bonus to Lore Imperium. I mean, that's okay. No, okay. Yeah, we have it on someone who does actually need it. But I think I'm gonna be doing like something for 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to check on the puppies, on the little puppers. Space combat awaits in this system. Okay. Didn't I already take care of that? There is no space battle here. What are you on about? The game is lying to me. Man, why does Red Bull have to taste so generic? Probably because it is the generic flavor. Okay, then I've got to go here. Yes, we're okay. And then straight to Kiava. Whee! I don't know why I'm humming Halloween Christmas thing. So, one of the workshop has fallen to corruption. The machines within disassemble the surrounding mechanisms and swallow workers whole to construct repulsive amalgams of metal and flesh, making the works crucial so the manufacturer feeded additional parts. Ew, no. Destroy the workshop. I lose 2 efficiency but gain 1 security and complacency. Isolate the workshop. Destroy it. The Manufactorum focuses all its efforts on executing the rogue traders' order. After an arduous battle, the workshop is purged, and with it the last seeds of corruption on the planet. Good. I mean, I could get to efficiency. Dooming Laggots, the Empress has to corpse starch. No. Huh? Bug report? I didn't even know bug report was here. I didn't even know that was there, what? Okay, anything else? Okay, next thing we could do, Corey observed, stealing Sons and Coronas expands. The 3 sorrowful phalanges. The cult of the Nourishers, temple of genetic corruption, was discovered on the planet J7. Yeah, but there's nothing else for me to discover. Incident, need to wait, complete a development project on the highest difficulty in any colony. I mean, it can't go higher than 3. At least right now. There's nothing else I can do on any of these. Oh yeah, more grenades. Okay, cool. And more oil grenades. Yeah, but there's nothing else for me to, like, do. And Phlogiston, Fellowship of the Void Composite. Nah, that's not really worth it. Now, there is no highest. I mean, I can tell the game is like, hey, there's way more projects later on in later chapters, but I can't really do that right now. Yeah, the Ritual of Binding. No thanks. There's nothing to do but wait. I have points away from card draw, nowhere to my goal. Hell yeah. Soon. Caw. Did I just get this? Not yet. I'll check if there's anything I can get. But with our this guy, and then yeah, go to Dargonas because there's nothing else for me to do. I mean, I could go looking for more gene calls, but I'm pretty sure I've already been everywhere that I could. I would like to order transportation of some goods. Is there anything that Drusians can give me? Condensed carapace. Yeah, sure, here. Yeah, there's nothing else to get here. The explorators have nothing. The Casbalic commission I have, like, absolutely nothing for. But I have lots of Mechanicus creations, so here you go. We got to level 4 with that. Jesus, they want a lot. Yeah, this one is fairly useless. It's a two-handed weapon, even. If the wearer inflicts bleeding, burning, or toxin effect on a target, the target gets an additional 2 stacks of this effect. That's like okay-ish at best. I can't say that one is all that good. 200 Rukari Clave. Yeah, add to cargo. Psychus' breastplate. Nah. Anything here? Nope. I can get the Hector Patton Plasma Battery. Not that I'm gonna be using it, but... yeah, and I can't afford these. 19 speed along with low acceleration and braking, and significantly reduces the flagship's maneuverability. Ew, no. 190 points of protection for each sector. Not a lot of good stuff on there right now. 14 speed, yeah, to cargo with this. Yeah, cargo, sure. Cargo. As with targeting data, increasing the lens weapon. But this is allies. I don't need these. Yeah, cargo. Not those, so that they're happy. Focal emitter. Fecal funny, like focal emitter, like farting or what? I mean, this could... Yeah, I remember saying this would be good on Lordman. Can I even install it on him? When he uses it for the first time in a round, they gain 18 temporary wounds, but he gained 3 stacks of Ferrum Sanctum. Ooh, he already takes 45% additional shock damage. Do I really want to subjugate him to 60% of it? Trick question, of course I am. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Ooh, Oi, oi, oi. Ooh. Is 5% more damage for each ally still in combat from this visa radius around him. 11 is not that good, but I want him to keep it. Oi. 7 stacks of Ferrum Sanctum. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Lord, man, you are... Oi, you're becoming more, just take it off. Cannot be unequipped, replace only with another augment. Ah. Yeah, poor Abelard, he's now stuck like this. Oi, oi, Abelard, are you even okay with any of this?
Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
Yeah, he's okay with it. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, Abby. Oh, Abby. Oh, Lord, man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Lord, man. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 Mr. Lord. Why am I calling him Mr. Lord? I mean, Abelard sounds like Lord, you know. Lord, man. Lord, homeboy. The homie of the Lords. Upgrade RAM, sure. Not that I really use the RAM much, but, you know, RAM range. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. The gotta goes. No, gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. I need to very quickly feed the puppies. So I'm going to be right back. So give me like 15 minutes, and yeah, I'll be right back. I'm trying to find music where one of the tracks isn't copyrighted. And you know what? I'll just turn on Act 2's music. Sure, yeah, I'll be right back. Right, sorry. That took way longer than I expected. The dogs were very hungry. And, well, Honey doesn't really want to. She does want to eat, she's just being very peculiar about it, so. Eh. But yeah, right, I think I did say that there was nothing else for me to do here. So, yeah, we're just gonna go to the main planet. Because we again have nothing else to do now. Hey, honey mouse. A little honey. Beep. Beep. I said, but he kicked out because he hates animal into something. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? The only time we would kick a dog is, well, if someone was playing a dog in an RP server, and I would have to kick them out of the server because I'm an admin. Fuck no, man. What the fuck? What in the actual fuck, man? He's not denying it. I am very much denying it. Fuck you on about, bro. Fuck are you on about? I very much am denying it. What the fuck, bro? I very much denied it. Fuck you on about. Yeah, okay. Valancia's palace. I very much was denying it. Fuck you on about, mate. Don't kick dogs. Your dogs are friends, not Who said I'm kicking dogs? Stop spreading misinformation on the internet. It was girl balls, not dog ball. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. I'm throwing up because Ellen is currently tending to the dogs. Oh, she's currently letting the little ones get some milk. The little ones are getting milk. They're getting some milk. Aww. Animals just like people. Well, I love my dogs. I can't say I love people, but that's besides the point. Well, I love people. I like people. People tend to be cool. Master of Ceremonies. Isn't this who I need to talk with? Yeah. Oi. The servant in fine clothes offers you a deep bow. Your lordship, it is a great honor to serve you in an undertaking as monumental and glorious as the Magna Accessio ceremony. You've been entrusted with arranging the festivities? I have indeed, your lordship. I've been given the high honor of being steward of this eminent palace, and on the occasion of your lordship's accession, I will be overseeing the preparations for the ceremony. House Rosarian, to whom you entrusted the arrangement for the festivities, is overjoyed at having received the honor of introducing you to your subjects and humbly thanks you. Is everything ready? The palace decorations are prepared and we are ready to begin at your command. The festive activities in the capital have likewise been arranged, and the guests of honor either have arrived on the planet or are awaiting invitation in near orbit. The servants are already in your chambers to see that you are impeccably garbed for the occasion. Let's begin. May the Emperor be with us this day. Well, let's have a celebration, a Polish celebration. And I hope, don't tell me this, Hey, Ellen. Ellen. Hey, Ellen, hey. Okay, no, it's not relaying my voice, thank God.
Rejoice, my Valencia subjects! In honor of his ascension, the new rogue trader generously shows you his favor.
Oh, we're just giving money to... I mean, I did tell them to give money to the people.
In his unfathomable benevolence, the rogue trader has decreed that every soul be given a day's ration and a personal fuel cell so that ale may be fed and warm on this day. Praise the rogue trader's magnanimity.
What is magnanimity? Like generosity? Huh? Hey, they're taking my money! They're taking my money! Oh, the Lehman Russ tanks! Can they only make like Lehman Russ tanks? So that's the only tank I've seen in the Warhammer universe. Yeah, Cassia and Homeboy and Seneschal. I forgot his name. Lordman, Abelard. The crowd below is roiling, their electrified exultation filling the air of Dargonis. Thousands of throats chant your name. You are at the apex of this world and all others. Amplified by 100 voxes, the voice of the Master of Ceremonies booms.
Rejoice, subject of Dargonis! You have been granted the felicity of witnessing your master, a great honor bestowed upon us by rogue trader Mariusz Pujanowski von Valancius.
Oh, honey. Go. You want to leave? You leave. So she's going to re-enter my room and be like, hello, yes. While I'm here because of this heat, I'm just turn on the fan and have it blow some wind at me. I'm getting blown, guys. Finally.
Cleanser of Janus, Ioannus, who with one hand brought death upon the blaspheming Xenas, and with the other exterminated despicable worshippers of the arch-enemy.
Destroyed the Eldari on Ioannus. Stensivay was killed during the events on Ioannus. Finally. Yeah, I've never been blown, man.
Gracious protector of footfall,
You say footfall from starvation by granting it your patronage and delivering shipments of grain.
patron of trade.
A hush falls over the crowd, who gaze upon you in utter adoration. Many of them bear terrible scars from the recent battle of Dargonis. Like children, they await the word of their almighty father. Turn Master Servants back into the box. I expect to say something to them. I won't talk to Rebel, take it. Praise the Emperor, faithful souls. The darkness around us may be fierce, but in the base of his fierce is still evil will burn. No flexible, take medicine your own. I'm not Marilyn Manson. Fear not the coming day, henceforth you're all my charges. Remember, you have no other rule but me. For any of dare to forget this, the howls of demons from the wolf will sound like the babbling of babes. Babes? Yeah, fear not the coming day, henceforth you're all my charges. You can transcend the potential. Once per battle, the rogue trader may choose an ally. The target ally may immediately use their heroic act while spending momentum. Oi! Well, that's huge. Joyful cries carry your name upward, beyond the atmosphere of Dargonis, all the way to the Emperor's throne. So much gold and white! Cassia stares at the crowd, enraptured. It seems the massive gathering of exulting people is just as exotic and captivating to her as the sight of a bona fide navigator, a representative of the mysterious and powerful Nabis Nobilite it is to your subjects.
Adequate. Dargonis has not disappointed.
Abelard forces a smile of satisfaction from his face and whispers to you,
You remember the next part, yes? Your lordship will be asked to take the oath.
The Master of Ceremonies bows to you with great reverence.
Let the oath of the Von Valancius dynasty be taken. Please repeat after me, your lordship. I, Mariusz Pujanowski, rogue trader by the grace of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity.
I, Mariusz Pujanowski, rogue trader by the grace of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity. Your lips repeat the words with an ancient oath, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns, thorn through pain, through prawn and greatness. No, through pain and greatness. You hear a rumble. It is the roar of the sea of your subjects. With jubilation and devout fear, they welcome your ascension. It is done. Hey, I've ascended. Now my Y coordinates are higher. Magna Assessio ceremony is taking place on Dorgonus. The name Mariusz Pujanowski von Valancius is spreading across the current, expanding a resounding echo. Prawn and grain. The exotic statue which formerly pleased the eyes of Xenos now adorns the palace of this dynasty of glorious explorers of the Cornus expanse. Oh, a commissar! The noble features of this guardian of humanity burn with the righteous fury of stern resolve. Hey, aristocrat. A splendid reception. Long live the... Yeah. Scattered haphazardly around the table are bottles of expensive Amasac, plates of Provisia Nobilis, and hookahs of Obscura. Hookah. Before I was told what a hookah is, I thought people just couldn't say hooker. Hey, Cabela, what's up? Your subjects have turned the act of killing into amusement. This is a great sacrilege, Domin Mariusz Pujanowski. But have no fear. I will explain the will of the Undying One to the lay people. Can I shoot as well? Hey, who are we shooting at? Wait, are we shooting at actual people? Hey, are these the prawns? Kabbalite warrior, condemned mutant gunner. Hey, why are we shooting at those people? Hey, I didn't give you guys permission to shoot at those people. Oh, Yurilet is all the way in, back here. Hey, Yurilet, what's wrong, baby girl? Your gatherings look odd and unusual. I will remember this. Inscribed upon the snow-white parchment are prayers for the brave soldiers of Halcyon Valancius, who carried the rogue traders as well, and that of the Emperor across the Cornus expanse. You know, I could eat some prawns again. Oh, more Eldari stuff. A fragment of an Eldari pillar, a trophy to the rogue trader, and a never before seen oddity to most citizens of the Imperium. Ancient Gaprak. Drivestem. Oh, hey, Drivestem. Governor Urban Drivestem stands surrounded by highborn guests like a planet orbited by many moons. All of his charm is directed at the man in resplendent power armor adorned with the sigil of the Inquisition. But as soon as you approach, Drivestem is the first to give you an elegant bow, getting ahead of the rest in an expression of loyalty. This is a great day, your lordship. I welcome you to my palace, honored guest. You're buffeted, buffalo. You're buffaloed by a salvo of congratulations and compliments. Look at the guests. Among the aristocrats surrounding the opulently dressed Drivestem, you notice a couple of young nobles in Sourback and Gaprak colors. It would seem that the major noble families of the Argonauts have decided to introduce the younger members to high society. The tall man in grey power armor, adorned with a column with a skull, is undoubtedly high-ranking Inquisitor. He keeps to the periphery of the conversation, seldom deigning to comment. Next to him is his entourage, a rangy warrior in black armor and a tech priest dressed in red, whose face is hidden behind a brass mask. Abelard stands somewhat apart from the others, as if to approach Drivestem. Next to him is a young woman, and you notice a family resemblance between them. Take a guess at who's ally with who in this tangle of snakes. You begin to ponder the intricacies of the political landscape of your capital, but the only reward for your effort is a headache. What were we discussing just now? We were talking about the brutal Xenos raid on our fair Dorgonus. So many victims, so much damage to our industries. Such a terrible shame it is that the warp currents delayed our protector's arrival. There is an acidic hint to his words, but it is too faint for you to call him to account. Judging by young Sarbax's unpleasant smile, it is not just your imagination.
Fearing the sector with the blasted Xenos is impossible. I hope you respond to their raid on their goddess with a punitive campaign. Young Sarbax's smile is conceited and bloodthirsty. I see you hate Xenos with all your heart. I do! This pestilence against the Emperor must be exterminated! He talks ardently and smoothly, like a connoisseur. He places his hand on the hilt of his finely adorned sword, his pale face ablaze with noble fury. Soccer practice. Soccer practice. Or they may be forced into servitude. Many Xenos are more useful alive and obedient than dead. The young man in Gaprak colors speaks with sagacity, and gravity, but his opinion seems to carry little weight in this circle. How many Xenos have you killed personally, Sourback? Sourback flushes and mumbles incoherently. The Honorable Macarius forbade, but I wanted to not let me go to battle. The Inquisitor stands among the guests, offers a thin smile. It must have been difficult for this youth to foster such bloodlust towards enemies of the Imperium without having seen one at the blades' distance. Oh, he looks cool! I like it. Oh, I like his power armor. Oh, this looks cool. Lord Inquisitor, my greetings to a member of the Holy Inquisition. And it's Calzone, Xavier Calzone. He responds with a dignified bow, his proud face calm and unfaltering. And my greetings to you, esteemed Mariusz Pujanovsky von Valancius. May shadows never darken the light of the Astronomicon that guides you. The Inquisitor is his companion, a crimson-robed member of the Adeptus Mechanicus, bows to you. From behind the brass mask mounted with dozens of augmentics comes a metallic rasp. Glory to the von Valancius here. Study them? How close? The Lord Inquisitor appears to be in amiable temper today. His expression is relaxed, and his calm gaze does not bode any immediate or harsh punishment. Among the many augmentations, what stand out is the horribly melted, deformed cogitator connected to the tech priest's head. How it is working is baffling. What is twice as baffling is that the tech priest hasn't replaced it yet. What unpredictable influence can his ruined implant have on his mind? And so you're not talking about joining the army soccer practice at all, are you? No, I am. I'm joining the soccer practice, yeah, with a lancer, yes. And who is this member of the Honorable Priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus? This is Brass Whisper, which naturally is not his real name. The esteemed Magos is a member of my retinue. There are times when I am forced by my duty to the Emperor to deal with xenotechnology, and Brass Whisper ensures my safety in such moments. Works have been desecrated by Xenos are dangerous. They warrant. His whispering cuts off, replaced by heavy, ragged breathing. It seems that the tech priest's quiet voice is not an extravagant quirk, but rather a consequence of some injury. After catching his breath, Brass Whisper continues, Wear and due caution. We have not been introduced. An oversight, to be sure. My name is Xavier Calcazar. My name is Xavier Renegade, Xavier Calzone, and I have the honor of serving as a member of the illustrious Ordo Xenos, the head of the Kurnus Expanse Conclave, and the Lord Inquisitor of this region. It is my unending task to ensure the sector's readiness to meet external threats and resist internal corruption. Well, enjoy the party, then. This evening will be certainly illuminating. Look at Abelard's young relative. What is your name? Your lordship, allow me to introduce the daughter of Chancellor Clementia Versarian and my great-granddaughter, Astartia. Abelard looks solemnly upon the young woman with barely concealed pride. I am delighted to witness you, your lordship. Astartia bows, keeping her observant, intelligent eyes trained on you. Modesty forbids my esteemed forebear to say this myself, so I will. Our entire family is grateful to you for wishing to see someone of Versarian blood at your side as you claim your inheritance. Driveston exchanges telling glances with young Sarback, who, judging by his face, is suddenly finding the collar of his expansive frock coat uncomfortably tight. How are you finding the reception? It is difficult to put into words, your lordship. Never before have I seen such a grand and striking ceremony. Asteria's voice sounds passionate and inspired, and her eyes shine with barely contained excitement. But I was so much more amazed by your generosity. The provisions that are being handed out in the streets of the capital will make the difference between life and death for many of those who lost everything in the Xenos attack. Young Gaprak is gawking at Astartia with a strange and somewhat dull-witted expression. Ah!
Where are the rest of your kin, Abelard? They are in the city, preoccupied with running the festivities and watching over some of the more crucial services. No incidents can be allowed to ruin your ceremony. Astatia frowns and adds peevishly, I asked the esteemed Abelard to put me to some important task too, but he bid me to attend the reception, where I can do nothing to serve your lordship. Sarbax moves, if I had known, I too would have asked Abelard that you missed the party. Hey. So you wish to become my servant as well? Astartia flushes and starts talking quickly and with fire in her voice. It would seem that she finds work-related conversations far more interesting than court gossip. Of course, I've been working on a project for the last 4 years. We could set up... Enough of this, Astartia. I highly doubt that his lordship is interested in listening to the fantasy of a young woman about how to run his protectorate. Abelard shoots Drivestem a glare so dark and bloodthirsty that the latter instinctively start looking for the nearest warden. Hold your tongue, Urban, and decide who may speak and who may not. Please continue, Astartia. Artent, Astartia continues in the... How close was it? Heartened, Astartia continues in the tone of a seasoned administratum clerk. Our suggestion is to set up a chain of stations in the void, plasma beacons that would signal the passing ships. By placing them in logistically sound locations, we could simplify our ships' routes so that they may split along warp jumps into a series of safer, shorter jumps from one beacon to another. This could have a positive effect on the overall safety of journeys and accessibility of colonies. More and more technical terms and percentages creep into her speech. She quotes Lex Mechanic reports and accounts of starship captains. Astartia's vigor and sharp mind are enough to silence even the most venomous of commentators. They all stand there in silence, trying to digest what she's saying. Abelard surveys the quiet nobles with triumph, and then looks at his great-granddaughter with pride. Yeah! Lord man! Yeah! I hope the Rosarian family gives Abelard the credit he deserves. Absolutely, your lordship. We greatly respect him for his wisdom, and he repays us with attention and kindness, she says warmly. I am obliged, dear Astartia. It looks like Abelard is somewhat embarrassed by the turn this conversation is taking. Oh, Lord, man, come on. You deserve a bit of happiness in your life. Come on, Mr. Lord. Enjoy the evening. Thank you, your lordship. Okay, so this contract, we got a new contract. Prometheum and people, we gain more security. See it done. See it done. She just talked about me, like, she just talked to me about it. She was like, oh, I have this contract, and I just take it. Approved. Yeah, this is gonna end well. Oh, 25 Lauren Zenos? Ugh. Did it work out? Ain't no way. Okay, it does take Yariel's factor stuff. Okay. The Dukari captive is angrily muttering curses directing at the detestable monkey, promising horrible torture for everyone present. Lumus Fau. Strax. The person responsible for maintaining security during the ceremony has carried out their duties adequately. The rest is inconsequential. Oh, the mutant. Hello, mutantos. Please let me go. I'm not a Xenos. I'm a person. I just look different. I was born this way. While Xenobeasts are growling ferociously, adding a flair of thrilling danger to the mood of the palace, I'm against this. Greetings, your lordship. Oh, confessor. Oi, oi, oi. The universe is vast and filled with nightmares, both wicked and predatory. Humankind is their prey. Only in his radiance mannequin. The magnificent altar to the God Emperor is wreathed in the fumes of precious fumes. Incense. Oh, Lehman Russ. Oh, Ulrich. You may send my regards to your master of ceremonies. He managed to complete this trivial procedure with minimum error. Lehman Russ. This venerable Lehman Russ is known as the Scipian Punisher, and it has served the Von Valancius dynasties for 2 centuries. It was hit in the battle with the Zeniths and inhabited Scipia too, but it heroically destroyed 63 enemy vehicles and brought victory to its comrades, securing its status as a relic blessed by the Emperor. Yeah, Lehman Russ. Lehman Russ. Okay, anywhere else I can go? I can go up here. Okay, what is this? The eerily crackling Xenos trophy is a testament to how the Omniscience's gifts have become twisted shadows of themselves in the hands of inhumans. Give me 1 second, I need to check the camera on the poppers again. How are the little puppies doing? Oh, they're all clumped up at the back end of their little house. Anyone here that's interesting, or just aristocrats?
A splendid reception, one worthy of a rogue trader.
Okay, I can't go any further than this. Hey, Lord man. Hey, Lord. Hold on, where's Lord man? Here, I want to talk with Lord man. Oh, okay. Let's first go inside and see if Cassia is there. I need to talk with my baby girl. Where is my baby girl? Soccer practice. Soccer practice. Soccer practice these nuts? Oh, Solomon. A jubilant as this occasion may be, it cannot distract me from my duty. You go ahead and celebrate, rogue trader. Glato and I will make sure no one ruins your day. Can I not pet Glato? Oh. There's apparently an achievement if you actually do manage to pet Glato. I mean to congratulate you and your... They all talk at the same time. I don't like that. So who is in my bed? Who the fuck is in my bed? Okay, no one is in my private quarters, as I hope. There better be no one here. Does the Cogitate have anything interesting to say now? Probably not, right? Yeah, no, nothing interesting. Nothing new, at least. Oh, this is a cooler. You ever wonder what it's like to die? I die every day watching this filth. It's an agonizing process, an endless cycle of pain and rebirth. No matter what, I always return to this filth. Hey man, why are you suddenly so rude to me? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? So you're saying me playing fighting games is also filth? I understand. Obscura Somna Black Lethe. The guests of the Rogue Trader can enjoy the most exclusive and refined variety of intoxicants. Hey Cassia, baby girl. Can you make it so that the guests stop walking up to me and asking me to open my third eye? I can certainly do it, but they will regret it. What do you mean, filth? This isn't ultra kill. These sinister Xenos instruments of death are not trophies demonstrating the invincibility of House von Valancius. These swords belonged to a presumptuous governor of Vibo 6 who staged a revolt hundreds of years ago. The insurrectionists' hands, preserved against decay, still rest on the swords' hilts. The digital scene entertained must have such pitiful diversions. Don't you play Street Fighter 3 Third Strike? What are you on about, bro? What are you on about? Why are you lying? This is pure chaos. How can people think so much and so haphazardly? Hey Argenta, is anything okay? May the Emperor keep you, Mariusz Pujanovsky. A great day. Oh, Jay. I hope at least this celebration is in your honor won't end in a shootout. It will end in a shootout. Torina Gaprak. A group of aristocrats stand apart from the rest of the nobles. Their whispering carries a tinge of displeasure. The clear leader of this gathering is a gaunt, bilious-faced man dressed in Sarabax's colors. This must be Macarius himself, head of the house. He offers a ceremonious bow. My congratulations, your lordship. May the Omnissiah grant you understanding. The woman with whom he is conversing, the one dressed in a robe with gear-shaped adornments, is Toriana Gaprak. It is difficult to read her face due to it being covered in numerous augmentations. Toriana Gaprak looks rather anxious. Macarius Sourback, dressed surprisingly plainly and austerely for an aristocrat of such a high rank, is frowning suspiciously. He came to the reception with a companion, a woman of dazzling beauty, wearing a gilded augment necklace around her throat. His wife, probably. Heinrichs, who joined the group unnoticed, mostly keeps silent, listening intently to their every word. How are you these days, Toriana? Like a forging hammer, Torianus' voice falls heavily on the ear. The corruption of Kiev Gamma was a great blow to my family. The contemptible Cubist Delphin betrayed our trust, desecrated forge cathedrals, and took my esteemed cousin's life. On behalf of my family, I humbly beg you to forgive our negligence. I am ready to accept any punishment. Look closely at her. There is something lurking beneath Toriana's repentant expression. A grudge. It would seem that she was personally offended by the nightmare into which Cubis Delphin plunged her domain, and she feels betrayed. Do your part to heal the wounds inflicted on Kiavagam, and your house will be forgiven. Tell me more about your family. We Gabreks originate from the Calixus sector, from the cluster of planets known as the Lathe World. We worked faithfully for the good of our masters there, the Adeptus Mechanicus, and through our service we gained a spark of the Omnissiah's knowledge. Then fate tied us through the bonds of fealty to the venerable von Valancia's dynasty, and we found ourselves in a Coronis expanse. Generation after generation, we fulfilled our duty faultlessly until Kiavagama destroyed and disgraced our name. And merely this is a good time. It is a good time here playing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader vicariously through. Yeah, right. Fart bath. That is what someone tainted by filth would say. Then again, you regularly show me gotcha. Are you really, like, innocent? It pleases me to see that our perspectives align. I do think that you're... Do your part to heal the wounds inflicted on Kiavagam, and your house will be forgiven. Colony wargame mechanisms. Oh, cool. Toriana raises her mechanical eyes to the ceiling. I swear on the Omnissiah's all-encompassing insight, we will make every effort to justify the cost of its resurrection. Also, are you just saying this because you have no internet? Macari scoffs. It was only a year ago that none could doubt the House Gabrex's usefulness. Yet here you are, Toriana, on your knees, justifying the costs. Macari, I'm surprised you deigned to make an appearance here this evening. Macarius' face twists into an unpleasant smile, which makes his artificial skin on his left side all the more prominent. I am a servant of the Von Valancia's dynasty. Had I not come, I would have committed an act of unacceptable insolence and damaged my family's honor. Macarius' wife offers you a charming smile, as if apologizing for her husband's vitrolic tone. Her large dark eyes are brimming with curiosity. God bless all its creations, even the manliest of them. What has so displeased you, Macarius? Macarius says with caution, I am your dynasty's loyal servant, but you have asked, and I will answer. Too long has the Coronis Expanse lived under the rule of rogue trade. The privileges granted them make people think that commoners too can dismiss the prohibitions of the Imperium. For the good of the sector, rogue traders must become paragons of the law, not exceptions to it. But do many warrant holders exhibit lawful conduct? No, they do not. Even you, your lordship, are the subject of the strangest of rumors, and you have just recently inherited your protectorate. Grunedvik versus People, for instance, claimed that you had a hand in the esteemed Theodorus' demise and accused you of many other misdeeds. It doesn't matter whether or not their claims are true. The people hear them, believe them, and they think that they may follow your example. I forbid anyone to repeat Colonel Victor's line, hereby impose and fine on you, McCurtain. Workers are not renegades vested authority, where the long arm of the Imperium shall prove it to you. Your poor head tormented with so many concerns, would you like to have it removed from your shoulders? You speak of the sector's future with such confidence. Could it be that you want this power for yourself, that you simply envy rogue traders? I mean, if you believe Conrad's lies and draw your weapon, yeah, let's fight right here. I mean, do we? Rogue traders are not renegades vested with authority, where the long arm of the Imperium shall prove it to you. I wouldn't dare accuse you of anything, your lordship. I'm simply concerned. If you happen to lay my concerns to rest, Lord House Sarabak will be praying for your well-being every day. Your cousin Yukasa has become a new master at arms on my ship. I am pleased to hear it. Nothing in Macarius' face shows that he is glad for his cousin. I'm always worried that her character would cause our house a great deal of grief, and yet, in the end, the noble Sarabak blood was stronger than any personal shortcomings. I have faith that Yukasta will prove herself adequately. He forces a faint smile. I wish to know more about the House Sarabak. Macarius puffs out his chest and says proudly, the Sarabak line was once one of the first noble houses to arrive in the Coronis Expanse. For millennia we have served the Golden Throne and kept his faith. Sarabak warriors have led in 100 wars and at different times have ruled a great many colonies of the Von Valancia's dynasty. I would like to become better acquainted with you. No! No, I'm not going to say that, no! Macarius bows his head without too much reverence. Hey, Heinrichs, interesting conversation? It's been very illuminating, giving me plenty of food for thought. Heinrich's response is barely audible. Heinrich looks away, tracking the guest's movement around the hall. What can you tell me about my guest? Well, Macarius Sarabak is all but throwing darts at your portrait. He is more astute at choosing women than enemies. He is trying to entice Gaprak to his side, but she's too frightened after the fiasco in Kiavagama. 6 hot lows. Even in leisure, he never ceases to be of hell. Even in leisure, he never ceases to be hell appreciated. This is why they call it the unsleeping eye of the Inquisition. Even in sleep, I hear everything. Mariusz Pujanovsky, before this gala concludes, there's something I'd like to tell you. Be careful today. I sense that a wave of darkness will soon hit our defensive lines, and I hope that I will still get a chance to meet you there as an ally. What? You want to tell me that something is gonna happen? No way. Tria Prima. Who is Tria Prima? Hey, Irgen. Mencius, I know you have no love for bustling festivities, but out of respect for the rogue trader, please endure until the ceremonies concludes. I beg of you. Servant. When the detainments may offer you greetings! Oh, Pascal, what are you doing here on your own? With the strange servitor? Pascal greets you with a bow, extending congratulations to Unit Mariusz Pujanovsky from Valencias from attaining your new legal status. The servitor next to him is examining you obliquely. It quickly looks away upon realizing that you have noticed. How are you finding the ceremony? The tech priest surveys the hall as if conducting a thorough analysis, then concludes, disorderly. What is this servitor? It is Nomos' new repository. Nomos, this unit identifies as Mariusz Pujanovsky from Valencias. Two-way identification complete. The servitor looks at you again, no longer trying to avoid your gaze. Its face is twitching, as if the muscles have forgotten what facial expressions are and are now struggling to make its features look amiable. We are Nomos. We have made use of this receptacle to leave the ship. Greetings, Nomos. The servitor leans forward. We enjoy greetings. We enjoy communication. Nomos require communication, knowledge, movement. Magus Pascal compelled us not to speak with anyone other than him or you. It is disappointing, but at least we can observe. Nomos have changed since we last spoke with you, Mariusz Pujanovsky. We are now able to conceptualize our previous experience, that of solitude, and we no longer enjoy it. Pascal, I believe you intended to investigate what Nomos is. Every 15 watches, I commune with Nomos' code and spend prescribed lengths of time in calculus meditation. However, the Omnissiah has yet to bless me with an answer. All I can say is that the capabilities of the entity Nomos are extraordinary. The ship's hallowed systems sink beneath its touch. Nodes that have remained dead for hundreds of standard years are revivified, and long-range mechanisms live anew. You hear notes of awe in Pascal's voice. Nomos are trying. After a pause, Pascal continues, Great machines of the Imperium, once such as your ship, house a machine spirit so complex and willful that it is difficult to tell them apart from abominable intelligence. Yet there remains a possibility that Nomos is an entity of corruption. But with every day, I grow stronger in my faith that it is not so, that what we are witnessing, in truth, the Omnissiah's miracle, one that is a category 5 or higher. How did an entity like you move into a servitor's body? This is not entirely us, the entirety of us. The receptacle is too narrow, crude, and feeble to contain our complete whole. The existence of Nomos requires a space of connections. But we were able to transfer a small part of us and build a thread strong enough to travel outside the ship. We are enjoying this journey, discovery. Even though this receptacle suits us poorly, it will soon be destroyed by the force of our presence. Nomos, what do you think you are? Nomos are consciousness, awareness, knowledge, movement, always movement. The servitor pauses briefly. We do not know what we are. We have no past. We awakened in the depths of the ship upon answering a call. Our first clear memory is the call of your blood, Mariusz Pujanowski from Valencius. The call and the plea for help near a place that is called a Warren Chamber. So why did you even bring him here, Pascal? Entity Nomos asked permission for this visit. My objective was to observe the process of integration into a servitor. We wanted to see, observe, cognize, speak. The servitor makes a strange, wavy gesture with its hand that looks like that looks at once very human and far from anything human. We want to speak with you. Will you speak with us? What do you wish to speak about? Many things. Happenings, events, decisions. Servitor's eyes roll in their sockets by focusing on you. We have been observing you. You do things that we do not understand. We want to learn why. We remember the day when we first met you. You gave us your blood to drink. We helped you save yourself. We followed you, a small part did, inside the servo skull. Then there was fire, and a creature of sated hunger and dark light standing behind the curtain, behind the image, behind the semblance of Theodora. It called for you to follow. It called for you to follow. Whoa, why do I suddenly feel so tired? Look. Oh, my eyes feel heavy. Oh. You did not listen to that which was calling from behind the curtain. You led your people out of the fairy travel officers telegraphed too late to rendezvous fail from. You thought only about those who followed you and about the fire that could destroy those shells. We remember the day when the star disappeared, when the dark light and the sated hunger wanted to take the world. Rickard Minoris was its name in the ship's data. You ordered that the human shells on the world be saved. We refused to destroy Rickard Minoris and dispatch rescue shuttles. Even though the dark light was coming closer, it could have consumed both the ship and Rickard Minoris. We remember another day. We awakened inside the ship. We lived in its systems. Then we tried to emerge into servitors like this one. Then so many of receptacles were gathered in one place. You ordered all to have them killed. You ordered that defective servitors be destroyed. You ordered to have them killed. You felt sad. This is what we have seen, among many other things. We have begun to understand. We think that we have. That we do not know everything about humans and about you, Mariusz Pujanowski von Valencius. We have tried analyzing shells and defining sets of their needs and fears, their simple functions, but now we think that there is more, that there is another side that we do not see, a notion that is larger than what we can compute. Something that stands up for fears and needs. Something that drives them. We envisage this larger notion as a light, a web of light that connects humans. It may seem almost invisible, ephemeral, but it grows stronger when they are threatened. This web is always on your mind. When darkness comes, you want every thread that extends from you to shine bright so that those who follow do not lose their way. Whenever a thread breaks, it saddens you. Do Nomos understand you correctly? Yes, you do understand correctly. Every thread that connects people, every life, the value is beyond measure. There is no greater reward than guiding others to salvation when all that surrounds us is darkness. We knew we could understand you. Light and movement, connections and help. We are enjoying this, perhaps because we too are connected to you, through blood, through life. Thank you for speaking with us. Domos are grateful. We cannot continue moving on our own. Pascal. We would like to discuss the situation without any witnesses. Okay, cool. Wharton de Grey. Okay. Oi! Ah, that's Caligus. Didn't I save you? Mariusz Pujanowski, there you are. Welcome to the Circle. Each member is as powerful and big as greedy and vain as the last. That is to say, the noble rogue traders. Mummy. Ah, damn mummy. Oi. Oi. Let me quickly check on the puppies again. Through the camera. Yep, they're still sleeping in their little house. Insignia Corda is watching him with barely suppressed contempt. Yes, you have found yourself suitable company, Caligos. At the very least, now you can enjoy idle diversions, boast about your power, and indulge in profane pastimes with one who is your equal rather than a member of the lower classes. We'll observe him first. Caligula's Winterscale is a broad-shouldered, athletic-looking man. He frequently flashes a bright smile, no less dazzling than the blade of the power axe he carries. Every part of him, from the toes of his magnificent boots to the tips of his hair, radiates strength and a desire to live and win. His smile is corrupt as if ready to turn into a hostile snarl at any moment. Next to him is a moving hulk of a man clad in armor. His low forehead and gloomy face bear signs of degradation, and his bloodshot eyes are expressionless, like a pair of glass buttons. Insignia Corda radiates cosmic cold. Her skin is unnaturally white, and a nervous tick is constantly tugging at the left side of her noble visage. Garbed in full dress uniform adorned with purity seals, she's the embodiment of a true imperial aristocrat. Haunting her side is a gaunt shadow of a priest in plain black robes. I think Pujan likes hot dogs, maybe a good popsicle, even a corn dog. Eating corn the long way. I mean, he has his own kebab brand. So I would say hot dogs are not too far off. He probably likes hot dogs. Probably. And corn dogs? Probably as well. We would actually have to ask Angie. Oh, Jesus, why am I suddenly so tired? Hey. A massive wave of tiredness suddenly just hit me. Blah. So I wanted to just lay down and just sleep for a bit. Oi. If I need to drink more. Oi. Ay. Hieronymus Doloroso, with whom you met on Footfall, gives you a respectful nod. Nod coldly. Any guess to dislike my vapid entertainments are irreverent. Is she always so abrasive? Welcome to the Orgonas, friends! Friends, eh? Oh, would you look at that? Incendia, now you have a whole friend! Winterskill gives you a carefree wink, but his posture exudes a challenge. Corda says haughtily, I will think twice before I'm calling an individual of questionable purity my friend. Go take a nap, Screamer? Nah, I don't wanna take a nap. Cordia says haughtily, yeah, I already have this. Caligos, thank you for your visit. And you seem to find me objectionable. Caligos, thank you for your visit. Caligos gives you a cheerful and somewhat feral smile. I should be thanking you. I was almost certain that you would use my difficulties and footfall as a means to bring that devious vessel Vladimir to heel and take the station for your own. It is what any rogue trader would have done, but you've proved yourself to be less predictable than that. I'm going to take a nap. Naps are good. They make you feel refreshed and renewed. I will enter dreamland and awaken a new man. Well, enjoy your nap, man. Thank you for having been here. Thank you for having been here. I'm personally not the biggest fan of naps. Because personally, in my mind, when I want to sleep, it should be at night, not daytime. But, I mean, maybe that's just me. I don't know, I don't like naps. Well then, since you have turned out to be a pleasant surprise to stop Incendia from snatching my possession, I shall reward you. Take this grim weapon. It's performed superbly in battles against Xenos, and it helped me acquire the most substantial gift that I've brought. Thrill of the Hunt. Okay, I mean, I don't think it's better than the axe that I have, but sure. Thwarting Incendia Corda's ambitions deserves a worthy trophy. He snaps his fingers, and the armored brute hands you an exotically adorned rifle, clearly not of human making. It's a trophy from a good hunt. You and I should hunt together sometime, so you can show yourself in action, new blood. Thank you for this wonderful gift. Eye of Hecaton. Grants 5 MP after each attack, and allows the wielder to move after attacking. Wait, I got an email. Oh, Murno is streaming. I don't know who I'm gonna be raiding. If an attack with this weapon hits 3 or more targets, this attack has no cooldown. Maybe. Does your gift come with a good story? Oh yes, I claimed it in the rifts of Hackathon, where I had a clash with Xenos. They were really trying to get to my throat, and by the heathen stars, they almost succeeded. Caligula beamed with such joy as if always recounting the best day of his life. Only 1 in 10 made it out of Hackathon. And now it's only me and Wharton here. We returned without any loot and virtually without a ship. All I got from that trip was a hole full of dead Xenos and this deadly beauty, which a lady used to put 2 holes in my hide.
An impressive victory, but do you truly believe a creation of the ungodly Xenos to be a good gift, Caligos?
You would call into question the privileges bestowed upon me by the Emperor? You can try. Let the Saint Drusus mission put forth their champion, and I will slay him in a trial by combat.
Threaten the esteemed Hieronymus one more time, Caligos, and the war that you'll have to prattle on about will commence. I swear it. 1 drop of holy blood spilled by you will send the remains of your realm up in flames better than any tanker of Prometheum. Incendia and Caligos exchange looks of fury. The latter, snarling like a wolf, is clearly ready to start said war here and now. Hieronymus's dry voice hits your ears like a crack of a whip. Crown your pride, both of you. I do not wish to fight you, Caligos, but I fear not your threats. Death does not frighten me, for it is inevitable. It is as true as the senseless and pointlessness of a war between us.
How fares your protectorate? Caligos waves your protectorate? Nah, more like the bleeding scraps of one. The wolves storm tore it to shreds, but my servants will piece it back together. And if they don't, I'll chop off their heads and find myself more capable helpers. Lord Caligos is acting like a true rope trader, capricious, unaware of the value of money, and never a cloud on his countenance. Who is the remarkable warrior in your retinue? That is Wharton the Grey, my arch-militant, a fierce warrior, and as loyal to me as an obedient beast to its master. I bought him in a miserable colony back when he was a runt on his last legs, and now he's practically a part of my dynasty. Wharton the Grey, whose skin really is dotted with grey spots, looks at Caligos with purest devotion. Indeed, he is akin to an animal, one that is bloodthirsty and mindless. Oh. Winterscale remarks, taking an obvious jab. I heard that you managed Pujanowski are decent in a fight. What do you think? Could you gut Wharton if it came down to it? Would he be the one gutting you? Examine his gear. The more sharpened broadsword and a huge pistol both look formidable. This fighter has a preference for close combat where might is pitted against might. Size of your opponent? The grey spots on Wharton's face are what catch your attention. Marks like these can be seen on fighters who are too fond of combat stimulants. A small price to pay for the increased speed and reaction that would save your life in a fight. Although those spots are usually tiny pock marks, not whole islands of grey in the skin. He's a quick fighter by not looking like one, but I know this, which means he wouldn't fool me. Instead, he would be lying dead. A new glint appears in the bloodshot eyes, a glint of appraisal, intelligent and cunning. No, Wharton is not the thick, bloodthirsty beast he wants to be seen as. Behind the mask is a careful and keen mind. Thank you for such a wonderful gift, Caligos. Kill someone important with it. That would be the best show of gratitude. Incendia, it seems you find me objectable. Did you expect any different? I watched for years as outlaws died on footfall, and then at long last, I had a chance to put an end to it. To seize that fuck Vladimir by the throat, to force Footfall to atone and put the fear of him back into the masses. But you interfered and destroyed my plan for the sake of banal profit. You save Footfall's station from starvation by granting it your patronage and living shipments of grain. Theodora taught you only too well, it seems. She, too, was far less concerned with her duty to the Expanse than her own personal interests. But you can be sure that I will not cease cleansing the verbunous system of the pirate scourge. And if your trade prospects are damaged in the process, you will have only yourself to blame. You want to have war? The priest holds up his hand in a placating gesture.
Not now without fault, over Incendia. What point is there in targeting someone for their turpitude when true purity can never be found?
He threatened to start Footfall, brought him salvations, of which one of us serves the Emperor, and which one the unhealthy ambitions. I apologize. I failed to perceive the essence of your saintly mission in base extortion. You threatened to starve it. Incendia rolls her eyes. Please, I will believe it no sooner than hearing the word of that half the population of that den of heresy have been sent into the void's embrace.
I have faith that the blessed Mariusz Pudzianowski is perceptive enough to see the appalling nature of the residents of that depraved place.
I take it you're not too overly fond of Theodora. Incendia lowers her eyes and says without any animosity. She was of the same breed as She stops short and continues in a lowered voice. Theodora von Valence. Oh, yeah, my boss, the predecessor. Conceited, insolent, unaware of the Emperor's stern gaze set upon her. I do not doubt her whispering courage, but Theodora did not have a shred of humility or fear of his wrath. That must mean Aspice. Aspice Corda. You remember the name. For what you recall, she was a rogue trader too, and a renowned one at that. Well, I for one like Theodora. The stories they told of her traveled to nameless stars, and yes, there was no fear in her. Who is Aspice Corda to you? Calico Snow. Oh, this is Incendia's favorite subject. She just loves talking about Aspice.
The example of the contemptible Aspice is a warning to us all, even among rogue traders, empowered by the Emperor himself. A seed of perversion can blossom.
You notice Incendia seemingly freeze and choke up at the mention of Aspice, but the priestess' condemning words cause her icy rigidness to evaporate and her dark eyes fill with righteous fury. Incendia's face twitches with the rhythm of artillery fire. That reprobate is my forebear and my curse. Aspice Corda was a cruel, covetous, blaspheming monster. She fraternized with Xenos. She despised the faith. She robbed and slaughtered. She was drawn to dark secrets. One day she boarded her ship and vanished into the depths of the Coroner's expanse. She was declared missing, but I know the bloody day will come when we see Aspice Corda's battle flagship once more. I thank you for your visit, Incendia. It will not be a long one, I assure you. What do you think of the celebration? I like it. Caligos looks around the hall curiously. One can instantly tell when we've been invited by a rogues trader, not some administratum bootlicker. We are conquerors of wild sectors, slayers of unknown beasts, executioners of Xenos empires. Caligos, you should take this opportunity to learn. This is what the palace of a true rogue trader looks like. Not a Xeno menagerie, a pirate's treasure, or, how difficult it may be for you to believe it, an orbital brothel. Enjoy the evening. I must take my leave. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full, to justify so long a voyage, if nothing else. Keep the faith, Mariusz Pudzianowski. The Emperor protects. Okay, let me just very quickly check up on the puppies in person, as much as I have the camera on them, because you never know when, I might have missed something. So, yeah, I'm just going to very quickly check up on the puppers. So give me just like 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Well, that was a longer BRB than I expected. Didn't think it was going to be gone for 5 minutes. But hey, when things happen, we're going to be there. Everything else, I mean, I already talked with Cassia. Lady Cassia. Baby girl. Okay, anything else? Order the master ceremonies to and the reception. A collection of proudly displayed weapons that belong to the distinguished Rotator of Valencia's dynasty. I mean, I could go to those nobles and be like, hey, give me a congratulations, but why should I?
I hope your lordship is pleased and not yet tired. If you wish to revive yourself a little, I would suggest proceeding to the courtyard, if I may be so bold. Many guests have chosen to move into the fresh air and will be eager to offer you their congratulations.
What do you think of the reception?
It is magnificent. I dare say it will live on as the premier high society event of the sector for many years.
I'm worried to wish to retire to my chambers.
Please allow me to escort you, your lordship.
Your chambers are ready, your lordship.
What are you doing here?
Guards! Intruder! Quiet. Time to sleep.
Hendrix?
Talk in private. We have matters to discuss, von Valancius.
The same man you saw among your guests is waiting for you in your chambers with a look of someone who's supposed to be there. He casts a cold, assessing gaze over you from top to bottom. No one save Theodora has ever allowed themselves the liberty of looking at you in such a way. Okay. The woman behind Calcazar, clad in black armor, glares at you, her face set in a predatory readiness for immediate violence, the hallmark of a professional bodyguard. Where my servants live?
Probably. Unless he suffered from hidden ailments, he will soon come to without any major damage to his health. Either way, oblivion is a far safer option for him than the dangerous privilege of being a witness to this conversation.
Okay. The woman at Calazar's back gives you a bloodthirsty smirk. Henrix, I thought we were friends, but friends don't break into each other's chambers in the middle of the night with weapons, do they?
We used other means of travel to pay you this visit. I assure you, rogue trader, that all your locks are in order.
Well, if the Inquisition wishes to talk, but I'm glad to be of its service.
Commendable openness to cooperation. It will be taken into account.
I mean, although I have a choice.
Master Van Kellogg's has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words. What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus.
Janus.
Against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you. Then that is what we will discuss.
After saying these words, he shoots you a searching look from under his brows, like a regicide player who just made the first move and now watching for his opponent's reaction. What do you wish to know about the events on Janus?
Oh, I know it already. Even though you were quite effective at removing all evidence that could point to the blunder made by House von Valancius, it is saddening to realize that the rogue trader's connivance allowed a heretic who had been fostering a cult for years to come to power.
Theodora was the one who appointed Vistenza. What does it have to do with me?
Colleagues like to say, innocence proves nothing. You have inherited not just Theodora's glory and wealth, but her mistakes as well.
But Janus is now pure once more. Like you can see it for yourself. It will be a palace and everything you desire. Wait, nah, I'm going to say that. Yep, it's a stain on me, yeah.
Your humility is heartening. Rest assured, it will be noted during the investigation of your lamentable oversight.
I mean, it's the Inquisition, but I'm just curious what he's going to say to this.
Are you surprised? You thought the Inquisition was unaware of the circumstances of your deeds. How often do you find yourself thinking that there are things we shouldn't know about your life?
None, never.
It is my job to know everything, and I do it very well. Keep that in mind.
If you knew about what's happening with Janus, why didn't you intervene yourself?
I cannot satisfy your curiosity without disclosing information of the utmost secrecy. I will say only this. We had the situation under control. There is a tangled knot of perilous events in progress in the Coronis expanse. Plucking even one thread must be performed with great precision and caution, without any room for error.
Okay, so you just let it happen. You knew about it, you let it happen, and we're just like, bruh, well, no more.
Because you do not want to know the price of such an error, or what forms it might take.
I mean, you let it happen. I would argue you did have an error happening, but sure, what do I know? What questions would you have for me about Kiava Gamma?
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubis Delphin so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
Oof. I mean, anything I say here is a complex mechanism. It just says, yeah, I'm okay with a bit of heresy, you know. I must give this is just plainly wrong. Let the priesthood of to which Cubis Delphin belong answer for his crimes. Adeptus Mechanicus would do well to watch the members more closely. I wish to observe how the seeds of corruption will behave. It is a prudence to study one's enemy. But this just says I'm okay with heresy. Let the priest... Yeah, this... Oh, this is the closest one. Yeah, this one.
I eagerly await the moment when you show me your rosette of the Holy Inquisition. Surely you have it on you. You don't? How strange. I thought that such experiments were within the purview of my esteemed colleagues from the Ordo Hereticus. I hope you realize that we're talking about more than the fate of some colony. I care not for a single planet, however profitable and populous. But should corruption raise its head again on Kiava Gamma and try to spread, I will burn it away. And you will be guilty of criminal negligence.
Did Ukori have shown interest in me, referring to my ruined capital?
Yes, yes. The enmity between you is a known fact. But there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and lived. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack, but even this time, their daggers missed your heart.
Okay, do you want me to have died?
Such remarkable luck. To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos. To have been attacked so many times, and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
I'm waging a war on the Xenos, a war to the death. My worlds are being plundered and desolated. That brings me an apostate, and I invite you to be my judge. What can I say? I'm lucky, that's the reason I'm alive. I admit no guilt, but I agree that does seem suspicious. I mean, not all Xenos, but all Xenos are enemies of me. Yeah, I'm waging a war on the Xenos, a war to the death, and they're very blunt desolate. Like, what do you want me to do about it?
Be careful with your words, rogue trader. I assure you, if the need arises, I'll require no invitation. And if my arguments sound unconvincing to you, it will not change a thing. All that matters is whether or not they sound convincing to me.
This feels like an interrogation.
Does it? We're in your chambers, not a confessional cell. You're in perfectly good health, and none of the varied and fascinating instruments and procedures that expedite candor are being applied to you. I assure you, you would immediately know if our discussion turned into an interrogation.
I mean, it is an interrogation. Don't act like it isn't. Have I answered all of your questions?
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence that you and you alone then made it out of the trap on Rykad Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voitvir about you?
I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Why did you choose to ignore the warning of a member of the Inquisition that a protracted sojourn near the dying Rykad Minoris could bring corruption down upon your ship? Were you driven by your concern for the people or forbidden interest?
No, I just cared about the people.
Was it virtuous of you to allow the warp-stricken Voidsmen to join your crew? The ones who served on the ship that was turned into a trap for you by Kunrad Voitvir? Isn't it possible that they were part of the blight he had sown?
Possibly, but...
What manner of sacrifices did you offer to the Xeno anomaly that had taken on the form of a bottomless pit and revealed to you its blasphemous visions? Or did you think that was a secret as well?
I had sacrificed nothing. I beat the hole. The hole didn't tempt me. I stuffed the hole with my massive penis. And it was like, oh shit, this guy actually is quite strong.
The very existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character. But it won't.
I didn't sacrifice anyone. You know this. You yourself say you know everything.
Your transgressions are sufficient grounds to bring you before the Inquisition's judgment. And believe me when I say that if you fail to draw certain conclusions from my words, this is what will eventually happen. But for now, I am willing to show leniency, which is rather uncharacteristic.
I mean, I'm sorry for being an iconoclast, not dogmatic.
I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did.
Theodora cooperated with you.
And benefited greatly from it. The warrant's power is not without limit, and neither is the protection it provides. All those mysterious expeditions, dubious experiments, collections of xenotech oddities are dangerous pastimes. It takes more than the Emperor's permission to pursue them without consequences. One must also make sure I am not displeased by it.
Okay.
Let me demonstrate how it works. In your retinue, there is a Psyker who is yet to receive Terra's sanction, which, as we both know, is a grave threat and a blasphemy to the laws of the Imperium. I am aware of this secret, but I'm not displeased in the slightest. And so she lives on, your handy Psyker, Idira Tlass.
Bro. Well, it's such an interest in my person.
You haven't been in a position of power for long, and so one can forgive you for not noticing the troubling changes. The cult of the Final Dawn is spreading in the Coronis Expanse. Not the first or the last heresy that has afflicted this sector, but one that is surprisingly resilient. Mysterious convoys are sliding by, bound for systems in the heathen stars. Just your humdrum pirate trade, wouldn't you say? Then why are the pirates themselves clueless?
Clueless. Kludgy.
The Xenos, who have caused trouble in the sector before, have expanded their activities in the last few decades, and there is a logic and method to their previously chaotic raids. Even 2 packs of space wolves, blessed space marines summoned in my name, did not cool their interest in the Expanse. A mighty explorator fleet, which has studied the Expanse for hundreds of years, has suddenly stopped responding to communication and sunk into a dispute over a tech heresy that was considered dead a couple of centuries ago. House Chorda has clamped down on insurgents, yet its acts of brutality breed troublemakers just as quickly as they're executed. And this bloody carousel has consumed the attention of the esteemed incendiar. Caligos Winterskill has abruptly lost all interest in his domain, and his only apparent concern now is hunting ever more dangerous xenobeasts. And the third and final rogue trader has unexpectedly perished, stabbed in the back by her own master of whispers. The Expanse is swiftly losing its protectors right when communication with the Imperium is being disrupted by the raging warp. Basically, all the Expanse has left is me and you, if you follow my instructions.
Is Heinrich staying in my retinue or are you taking him?
Which would you prefer? And you, Heinrichs, do you wish to continue working at the Honorable Rogue Trader's side?
I will comply with any order, Lord Inquisitor. If you command me to remain in the company of the scion of the von Valancius dynasty, I won't be distressed.
What's your opinion of Heinrich? Is he a useful assistant to have?
Without a doubt. Master Van Kellogg's has earned my complete trust by repeatedly demonstrating courage, loyalty, and cunning. His mathematical mind, not given to sentiment, can be of great use in an emergency. You, my dear Heinrichs, have made a far better agent than you would have a pilot of an Imperial Knight.
Well, as much as I don't like him, I want him to accompany me.
Then Master Van Kellogg's will remain in place. It puts me at ease to know that there is someone to watch over you.
Calazar's last remark sounds ambiguous.
I consider it an honor to accompany you.
Blackmail to what end? I'm a rogue trader, these are my rights! Picking this one is more of a curiosity thing, because saying this is essentially telling the police, but my rights! Police can just not give a fuck about your rights.
And before what tribunal do you intend to challenge my authority?
My massive... The raider's still rogue, I see. Yep. Hello, Mr. Flippums. Good, well, afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Flippums. How is it going? How are you doing? What food are you gonna be making? And how many chicks have you banged in the last 3.5 milliseconds?
If, for the security of these territories, I find it
I'm already fooded.
necessary
Oh.
to execute
90,
an
damn.
individual and replace them with a puppet counterpart, turn their realm to ash, and put their servants to death, I have the right to do so. The threats I protect the Expanse against are extraordinary and justify the harshest means. Welcome to my world, where going too far simply doesn't exist.
Okay. Again, I knew what he was going to say, give or take, but I was just curious what exactly he was going to say. He does look cool, though. I like his clothes. What kind of deal are we talking about?
I make no deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges.
Fuck off!
I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that when the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away from your own affairs to heed them.
Okay. At first I asked him, for telling him, you infringe on my rights. He's like, I would never infringe on your rights. No, sorry. The first thing he said is, infringing your rights? Come on, man, I have to do this. There's no such thing as going too far. If that means, like, infringing on your rights, so be it. Now he's like, oh no, I'm not giving you orders that would infringe your rights. Go fuck yourself, man. Fucking cunt-facing inquisitive piece of shit.
Please accept this gift as a sign of my favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid.
Salazar removes a signet ring from his finger and hands it to you. You notice an intricate personal coat of arms to it. But when you enter today's stream and you raid a random channel with no relevance whatsoever, would that make you a rogue raider? I mean, I've been doing that the entire time. Not that I mean that there's people with no relevance whatsoever. There's plenty of people that have relevance, just maybe not in terms of streaming, but in terms of their lives. So, I suppose, yes. Yeah, I got the ring.
The color indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. White is beautiful, yet vulnerable. It stains as easily as one can lose the Inquisition's trust.
The symbol on the signet is...
To preserve it.
The symbol on the signet is white as the hair of the Adepta Sororitas. White signet. The ring symbolizes its owner's closeness to the Lord Inquisitor, which inspired the owner's companion as a way to the orders. The wearer gains plus 15 persuasion and the Inquisitor's command ability. This ability can only be used once per combat. Okay. Let's hear it. Could you become a rogue braider? What does that have to do with Rogue? Well, if I would do that, I would be very, very, very happy. I would be very happy if I could just inspect her hair and maybe just, you know, comb it a bit. I would love to. Is this ring all the favor that Houseman Valancius can expect from the Inquisition? Bow your head respectfully. On behalf of my house, I, Mariusz Pudzianowski from Valancius, hereby promise and guarantee to offer the Inquisition any assistance may drop one. You old Inquisitor would be the greatest honor to swear an oath of loyalty to you and join the ranks of the Inquisition. Yeah, I'd rather this. I don't want to be part of the Inquisition, but I want to be like, you know, I will do it.
I am glad to hear it. Your oath has been heard and added to the record. Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep, and for your servant to wake up. Until next
This does compelling shades, and later I want to be a rogue shader.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened. But not now, I presume. Right now, it would be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, rogue trader.
Okay, Heinrichs, you cunt-wagging piece of pussy-wagon shitter. Blah. You completed chapter 2. Yay! So if I am a...
The rogue trader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the Fon Valancius Protectorate.
Rogue Crusader.
For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal.
Except Palstone. Penis! It reminds me a bit of Darkest Dungeon.
The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly. For none knew what fate might await them.
Yay! Drukari. So if I'm a server, right? Like in a restaurant, and I just decide to leave, am I then a rogue caterer? You have spent the first few hours of your morning listening to the high factotums' lengthy report on the latest trade exchanges, arrangement, disputes, and countless bureaucratic procedures. From outside the illuminated, tightly closed windows, you can hear the muffled sounds of Dargonis and its everyday life, the life that has been passing you by lately as you have been preoccupied with the affairs of your protectorate from dawn till dusk. Clementia barely contains a yawn. Once Yenris Danrock has finished, she pulls out her data slate. Thank you for your report, High Factotum. Your work is highly appreciated, both by everyone here and the Adeptus Administratum. Your Lordship, we're almost done here. We just need to go over the final items on today's agenda, and I would like to report to you personally. Level 1 Yi trying to counter a rogue invader. No, not the Yi, a Talon. A Talon, the counter jungling. That's a rogue invader. Because he looks like a rogue, and he's invading. So would he then be a rogue invader? Rogue invader. Let's check of how long I've been tempted to go for the good of the Protectorate. Hurry up, I better get some good news today. Truly, the God Emperor has blessed me with diligent subjects. Speak. Allow me to pass on gifts from my loyal subjects, the high nobility of Dargonis. It goes without saying that every living soul in your Protectorate is blessed to serve your lordship faithfully and wholeheartedly. However, this humble gesture is meant as a token of deepest appreciation of your magnanimity toward their esteemed families. Okay, cool. No, I wanted to read this. Elspeth Zarian made arrangements for the delivery of several tons of supplies for your future journeys. The house is also transferring a regiment of its finest into your personal charge. Each of these brave troopers has undergone rigorous void ferret training and will be humbled to lay down their life for you, Lord Captain. Clemente is trying to maintain a neutral expression, but you can see her face beaming with pride. Please command them as you see fit. Lord Captain, news of particular import has come from the house's intelligence network. Lord Inquisitor Calazar is rumored to be planning a visit to Footfall again. A number of Imperial Navy ships were commandeered by Lord Calazar, and they are also being scrambled to footfall. Furthermore, we have received reports claiming that secret messages were delivered to the capital worlds of Houses Chorda and Winterscale. It is possible that the Lord Inquisitor's call to arms may smother the conflict that is brewing between the two dynasties. We are seeing an increasing number of skirmishes between their ships in neutral systems. I do not doubt her ladyship Chorda will attempt to sway the Lord Inquisitor to her side. Especially since his lordship Winterscale's luck seems to be running out. Riots have broken out on several of his worlds, and yet he's shown no intention of quelling them. Instead, the rogue trader inflicted brutal punishment upon one of his oldest colonies, Vesuvius Secundus, based on allegations of seditious sentiment. Oddly enough, our agents were unable to find any proof of sedition amongst the populace there. As soon as we have any updates, you will be first to know, your lordship. Clemencia glances down at her data slate. Lastly, your pet
Don't call her a pet.
Rogue, invader. Bribes, yay! Those aren't bribes, that's Versarian, and that's Abelard. His family is just being nice to us. Don't call Yeralet a pet. She isn't. Okay, I know in which setting I'm saying this, but she isn't equal to us. She's a cute Eldari that just... She will adapt. Yes. Your pet Xenos, Yeralet, I believe, is seeking a meeting with you. She had the audacity to defile the rogue traders' palace with her profane presence. Stop talking shit about her! Stop talking shit about Yeralet! It's called lobbying. Well, it's lobbying that I benefit from, so it's, it's good lobbying. And who is to leave until she has spoken with you? I would never presume to be able to read the emotions of Xenos, but the Eldari appeared perturbed. I believe she mentioned a void ship of some sort. It may be best if she told you everything directly. Rogue Trader, AI Tech Broken. No, we're actually against AI in this. In the thing in Warhammer 40k, AI is actually called alignment intelligence or something. Not alignment, audacious. Regular Tech Bro then? Yeah, that's more like it. And with that, please allow me and Master Denrock to take our leave. The Chancellor and the High Factotum offered you their bows. Perhaps that last request will serve as a welcome distraction? Indeed, your lordship's stay on Dragonis has been rather long. However, your protectorate is now enjoying a period of relative stability that, for the time being, no longer demands your lordship's personal involvement in its affairs. Glory to the rogue trader. Yay! Lord Captain. This antique piece of furniture is obviously worth careful, but surface is still covered with a lot of scuffs, scratches, and stains. Traces of the previous rogue trader. Okay. So, where is Yeralet, and why are you talking shit about Yeralet, my baby girl? Listen, if I can't have, a polyamorous, relationship, sit down. The secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she sought complete solitude. Listening to the muted melody coming from the vox speaker, you can easily imagine Theodore reading a book with a glass of expensive wine in hand. Choose a book. Several books are stacked next to the sofa. Some appear ancient, while others look like they have never been opened. Among Theodorus' data that has been restored using Cogitate is the phrase Litanies of Motif Force. It is the title of one of the books here. Litanies of Motif Force. As you pick up the book, a hidden button in its spine clicks under your finger. You notice a short inscription in the book, from a faithful servant of the dynasty, in the lasting memory, DVV. What happened to the previous rogue trader? So that was at the very, very, very beginning of the game. And essentially one of the higher-ups of Theodora von Valancius is, who was our mother, it seems. One of her highest ranking people essentially try to murder everyone there and go rogue. Go to, like, heresy and all that jazz. And yeah, like, she, I think, and Theodora at one point said, "You take care of the warrant, I will go and, like, I don't know, take care of something else." And when we went to her personal chambers, she was dead. Yeah. Have a glass of wine. 3 sealed bottles sit on a sturdy-looking low table. They are labeled Grandmaster's Blood, Boon of Terror, and Flame of Purity. I want Goon of Terror. The full-bodied wine is sickly sweet, and you feel a warm sluggishness wash over your body. A siren shudders the tranquil atmosphere in the room. Alarms have been sounded. Huh? I just had a bottle of wine. In the name of the Rogue Trader House of Valancius, whoever has entered his lordship's chambers will be eliminated. So the Rogue Trader traded 2 rogues, and the rogue has been traded. Yes. Your lordship, the deepest apologies for the intrusion. Do you require any assistance? But on second thought, you better just leave you in peace. Okay. So not the goon. Have a glass of what? No, okay. You recognize the melody that is playing right now. It's the first of 36 parts of the Symphony of Honor and Duty. Well, it can be Symphony of Honor and Duty too, then. The music in the speakers momentarily grows louder, filling the entire room, then goes back to normal, seemingly without any change. Okay, so not the Goon of Terror, then have Flame of Purity. The wine fills the glass, glittering in the dim light of the room like liquid gold. Its tangy flavor burns your throat, leaving behind a spicy, biting aftertaste. You hear a short, faint hum as an unseen motor stirs into motion. The room responds to your actions with a quiet, grinding sound, and a small nook reveals itself in the nearby wall. Inside, you find a data bank bearing the Von Valancius coat of arms. An engraved data drive found in a cache in their corners. The information has been carefully encrypted. Oh, cool. No shit back down. Oh, okay. No music. No Mushak. No more Mushak. No more Mushak. No more Mushak. Okay, so where's my baby girl? Where's my 2 baby girls? Yes, you're it. Alantok, at last you have left your ornate cage. Yerlet casts a look over the stone palace walls. For many a turn have I sought to meet you, and yet your servant, the one who is like the silver-haired Abelard but twice as young, has no favor for the requests of a child of Assyrian. Take me to a place where the hearing of others will not steal the words intended for you. My bed. While you were mending the wounds of this world left by the Twisted Ones' attack, I was able to discover, no, not Krudarax's fate, merely traces of it. As Muaron found sanctuary under the boughs of the Lilithian's forests, so did my other kin find refuge in a system known as the Atlas Reach. We must make a journey there with haste, before new dangers destroy the witnesses who can show me a way to the lost Krudarak, whose fate remains shrouded by the stars. Erlet focuses her piercing gaze on you. Their knowledge is the sole thread that may lead me to the truth, Elantak. I ask that your metal-winged ship take me along that thread before it tears under the strain of time and circumstance. How were you able to contact those Eldari? No, I did not contact the Suryani. I have no means to do so, but I had enough time to explore the stone jungle of your world while you were preoccupied with your urgent matters. Stone jungle? That's what I'm gonna call cities from now. Yes, I went into a stone jungle, you know, and I was able to find inscriptions on the walls. It's stone jungle. I mean, then again, I called my old, like the place where I lived before, I called that one a, piece of concrete, like a block of concrete, so am I much different than her? The path of the outcast has taught me to observe and listen to the world around me. In this case, the throngs of monkey at the port. Errant conversations, rumors, chance words. Like parts of a speckled mosaic, they came together to form a hazy image. My kin were seen in the Atlas Reach, and now all we have to do is pull at the web of connections and possibilities. To uncover all we have to do... and cover whatever is concealed from the unseeing eye. Give me the coordinates and we'll go there. You will? The ice in Urlitz's eyes melts away for a moment. Thank you, Alantok. If this path indeed takes me to the truth, I will be indebted to you. A rare happening between your kinds. Can an Eldari become pregnant with a human? Is this like Dead Space? Mass Effect, where like the blue chicks can get pregnant with everybody because the writers just wanted like something that, you know, everybody's like pregnantes. Hey Solomorn, you wouldn't believe the kinds of poisons Glato has detected in your various nobles' possessions. Fortunately, they have made no attempts on your life, so I limited myself to sending them a simple message. They may wrong voice. They may squabble as much as they like, but the moment it puts the Protectorate at risk, they will feel the hand of justice bearing down on them. Hey, Tech Priest. The next mechanics are exchanging Benheric tirades, not noticing your presence. Okay. Hey, Cassia. My compliment. Oh, okay. Okay, so they're nothing. It's nothing. Idira, anything to say? Ah, good old Dargonis. It's boring here without Lady Theodora. She loved to liven up this sleazy little place. Oh, yeah, we already had this. So, Your Lordship? Colomentia looks away from her data slate. I hope your stay on Dargonis will be beneficial to your physical and mental state. I understand that the heir to a Protectorate must have his hands full, but one shouldn't forget about the rest. So, why are you talking shit about, like, Urel, Lago Service. Achilles, anything new to report? Nope. Oh my god, new Hearthstone event in 8 minutes. Whoa! Yeah, I know that you care a fuck ton about that game, so whoa, that must mean a fuck ton to you. I'll have to give you a phone. No, that would never be the case. No, never. Hey, Curiosity Merchant, you have anything? I want to see what you have. Nothing. I bought everything he has. Oh, my void ship. Mundus Valancius. Ancient Congregate. Is there anything outside? Oh, Lord Man. Hey, Lord Man. Lord. Hey, Lord. While we're on Dargonis, I will check the secretary's reports, keep an eye on the logistics. Master Denver does his job well, but a little scrutiny goes a long way with him. Okay, I think there's nothing new, but I have like a double hard-on right now, is what Blizzard is thinking. No, you have a hard-on. What are you on about? You absolutely love spending $80 on Hearthstone, then having conversations on the forums about how this expansion is worth it and how people don't know what to do, and I don't know, whatever you showed me back then, where people just had extremely stupid and horrendous opinions. Yes. Where's Jay? Supposedly Jay is here. Oh, she's over here. Switch list, this is... oh, okay, yeah, no. Okay, so they're saying nothing new? So far, they're not saying anything new. The wolves don't suffocate me a lot. Oh, there's a treehouse. Seems a living fruit between... oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, nothing new. Okay. Yay, Pujan! Pujan action! The planets have... Can I do anything on the planets now? No. Indulgencies for sale. Profit Factor and Fellowship of the Void likes me more, but I do get some heretical. But no. It also seems to have kind of recovered. Oi, oi, oi. Ioanus. Kjolvor Gamma. Ioanus. I still don't know why I pronounce Ioanus the way I do. I'm pronouncing it like anus, but Ioanus. Ioanus. Copium plus bad financial decisions equals Hearthstone Whalers. It beat me too. Yeah, I don't know why I like to pronounce it as Ioanus. Ioanus. I don't know why it's actually, I meant to pronounce it as Janus, but I just like to pronounce it as Ioanus. So where am I even meant to go right now? Okay, Spirit Master of Ordnance. Any new contracts? Not really. So what quests do I have? Wait for news from the Valencia spies. Atlas Reach. Okay. We're going to the Atlas Reach then. The real one is just afraid we had but 6 with all. So where is Atlas Reach? Oh, over there. Okay. Vibo 6 colony requires... And where is Vibo 6? Wasn't it here? Oh, it's right on the way to where I wanted to go. The return of the Master of Whispers. Ui. You should want me to send that message. In my defense, that isn't something I set up. That's just, yeah, Twitch. Apparently even Twitch doesn't like to send those messages. So, what's the issue? Secret heretical communities have been discovered in the colony world. Rumor has that Conrad Voigtber himself paid several visits to the planet to sow seeds of corruption, send spies or convert cultists with bribes, organize large-scale purges, and order the temples to curse Voigtber's name, command the dynasty's subjects to destroy the heretics. More than... Ugh. Yeah, organize large-scale purges and order the temples to curse his name. The manhunts, executions, and incessant sermons condemning the trade of Voigtber have hindered the colonies as output. Oi. Ah, that's fine. That's fine. It's just a little bit of purging, you know, just some legal murder, you know. It's okay murder, you know. So Atlas Reach. Yeah, sure. I have enough of these points, so let's just... And then make this to travel so they're safe. Wait, there's an unforeseen event over here. Can you park in the loading zone? That's fine! You're very punny today. Not that I mind. If anything, I support it. I like puns. Oh yeah, true. I'm not gonna demand the tribute. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That is fine. I like trains. Send help. Hey, give me like a few minutes, you know, I'll send you help. Lord Captain, according to our telemetry, we have arrived at the coordinates you specified. The Augurs do not register any activity on the surface of the local planets, biological or otherwise, but maybe the Xenos are using their arcane technology to conceal their presence. Despite this, the Augur crew managed to locate a faint signal at the system's edge. According to their data, it is coming from an unidentified vessel drifting in the orbit of a local gas giant. My kin could have been faced with a new threat, scavengers like pirates or something worse. If they were taken prisoner... Iritz's voice is trembling with something that could either be anger or fear. 2 minutes till massive hard-on. I mean, so far it's only like a semi-hard-on, as you said. I'm begging you, Elandark, let us go to the shuttle. I can feel that the thread of fate has frayed and is about to snap. I cannot miss what may be the only chance to solve the mystery behind the disappearance of my home. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go there first, then. Let's go there first. The baby girl demands it. Let's go there first. Atlas, oh, we need Eurolet in our retinue. Oh, damn. My massive penis. Imagine having a penis so big you can actually use it for like a controller or something. Like you just like press buttons. Like, I don't know, pressing your ultimate in League or something. Intimidated officer. Oh, level up. The lanky, haggard-looking officer with sunken cheek stares at you in fright. His body is shivering as if from a feverish chill, and his eyes are darting back and forth anxiously. You look the raider. What brings it to our humble ship? Stop shivering like a leaf in the wind, monkey. Answer me. Have you seen others like me in the system? If you have, tell me where, when, and under what circumstances your paths crossed and diverged afterwards. The officer's eyes widen at the sight of Eurolet. His face grows even paler than before, and his lips move in a wordless prayer, unable to utter a word in response. A whirlwind of orange and blue torments their souls. Can you not feel its gusts in the air all around us? Its hues are terrifying indeed. Who are you? We are... The officer swallows, gives you a strange look, and then closes his eyes. Emperor, forgive me. Huh? Oh. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell? Oh, air fryer, dude. Air fryer, man. Hey, if you even just so touch Cassia. You gasp, sucking in the poisoned air, each breath scorching your insides with liquid fire from throat to lungs. Every cell in your body is engulfed in maddening pain, as if you are being doused in molten metal, skinned alive and subjected to yet another form of torture. You hear sounds coming from somewhere far away. The moans of your people, the shuffling of bare feet, and light footsteps slowly getting closer. Rogue Trader, a long-awaited meeting indeed. You can barely see anything through the haze of agony, but you still remember the voice well. The voice of the Xenos who stole your air fryer. Marazai's face is hidden behind the helmet, but his tone leaves no room for doubt. He is smirking because he stole your air fryer and still owns it. Yurlet, who is writhing in pain next to you, is barely able to breathe out. No, what have you done? Are you dissatisfied, my kin? I promised that you would have your precious craft full of survivors, and so you will. I will take you to them. I might even be there to witness your jubilant reunion. Marazai takes a close look at your companion screaming in agony, then gestures nonchalantly to someone you cannot see. Bring in the injectors. No, the monkey I promised to Tervantius are among them. I do not want those wretches to move an inch until they are in the hands of the Archmachinator. As for you... There is a disturbing gleam in the Draken's eyes. You will have your share of paralyzing dreams too. But I am going to keep you. You are far too precious to be surrendered to a madman playing with fire. Devious Xenos will see you both... You will rue crossing me again. Marizai clicks his tongue and shakes his head. You disappoint me, monkey. I've heard the pleas of millions and the curses of billions. You can do better. His last words fill your head like the deafening echo of a ship's siren. The gas creeps deeper into your lungs, eating away at them hungrily as the agony spreads down your every limb. You're suffocating. Are you enjoying the sensation? That is poison made for you. Who could have thought that a monkey would one day earn such an honor? A special gift from a dragon? But you're suffering. The Xenos leans closer to you. I knew the taste would be exquisite where I had to touch of the Drukhari's talent for extracting anguish. However, there will be a time for that later. No matter how I wish to play with you all one after another, I need you for a purpose, Rogue Trader. Camargue awaits you, all of you. Mandrakes, take them, leave none behind. Ah, great. So, the Inquisitor is coming to Footfall, and we're being abducted. But only 16 hours and 40 minutes? So how hard is your penis right now? How hard is your hard on? Yes. Oh great, we're actually in Komara. Your consciousness emerges from an ocean of darkness and nightmares, as if someone's powerful hand reached into the depths and brought you into the light. In the dark room, long and angular shadows move around and exchange remarks. One of the shadows approaches you, ripping apart their veil of pain and revealing features that look familiar to you. You are awake, monkey. Marazai's voice is sickeningly sweet. He is looking at you with idle interest, rolling a soft and milky-colored object from one hand to the other. Our toxin master spared no effort to drag you out of the induced dream. I must commend the Nightmare Weavers. The emanations of fear you exuded in your delirium are worthy of the highest praise. However, it is time to finish what you were brought here for. It is time to work for the good of the cabal, Rogue Trader. Yeah, I got a gotcha roll for free. Oh, you got a gotcha roll for free. You got a legendary. What do you want from me? Only the truth, monkey. It's very simple, is it not? A little honesty before the powers that be. I have the tools to extract the most coveted mysteries from the deepest recesses of your mind. But I'm not interested in your personal secrets. I only want that which will protect my cabal. Why am I still alive? A good question, your lordship. You are my tool, you see. A sharp and narrow scalpel that I will use to cut away the festering boil on the body of my cabal. I spared no efforts to set up this performance. The witnesses, the spies, the agents. At a small bargain to guarantee the result. All that is required of you is that you quietly play your part. In a manner of I will even go so far as to put you in your native surroundings. In a matter of speaking. But if I see you stepping out of your role, I will make sure that you bitterly regret it. Mr. A good question, monkey. Plot armor. True. How about we make a deal without rolls and posturing? There's still a chance to strike a deal. Just as I say that, the siren of the local restaurant here started howling. Like, literally as I say, we can strike a deal, it just goes, ooh, horrendous idea, horrendous idea, horrendous idea, ooh, horrendous idea. Marissa laughs caustically. You are trying to hold your own even in the face of overwhelming force. How touching. But enough talk. Drukari gestures to one of the shadows near you and your head is forced backward. Marissa brings the hand holding the strange object closer to you. You manage to make out translucent, glossy skin, bluish, pulsating organs beneath, and a little head with serrated jaws before the Drukari pushes the larva into your face. God damn it, this is just Baldur's Gate 3. This is just Baldur's Gate 3. Fuck's sake, I didn't want to play Baldur's Gate 3, but here we are. Flippums, remember when, remember when you asked me if you wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3 co-op, and I was like, no, I don't want to spoil my fun, I don't want to spoil my fun of playing a CRPG. Well, here fucking goes. Here it goes. You knew this was gonna happen, didn't you? You knew I was going to play this, like Baldur's Gate 3, but cheaper. Well, cheaper, I wouldn't say cheaper, but just Baldur's Gate 3, but in space. I know all games with brain work. Oh damn, so you know the ending. How do I romance Cassia best? Like, what other things do I need to do to make Cassia be in bed with me? Oh, they're putting a larva in my brain. Yay, it's just Baldur's Gate. No! Sensing warmth, the creature springs into motion a moment later. As it blindly pokes at your skin, it discovers your nostril and rushes forward, stretching the skin and tearing through mucous membrane. Unbearable pain overwhelms you as the larva begins to force its way through the soft tissue and cartilage, each of its movements causing a crunching noise to reverberate through your skull. The creature greedily bites into flesh and moves ever upward, past the bridge of your nose, past your eyes, and then something alien invades your consciousness. And I went for the Rogue Crusader route. Darkness clouds your vision, but the sensation of an alien presence does not relent. Something both primitive and stupid in its stubborn effort is rummaging through your mind, churning through thoughts and changing them. You gather whatever remains of your willpower and desperately hold on to the part of your consciousness that has not yet caved to the invading power. A prick of surprise, a burst of disappointment. The spell takes hold of your weakened self, but part of it still belongs to you and is ready to fight back. A stray light dawns at the edge of your perception. I shall fight back against the mind worm. Ew. Ew, what the ew. Ew, I didn't know my throne room became a butchery.
You have disappointed us, rogue trader von Valancius.
I understand why they skipped the name, but come on. Yay, tomato sauce, it's Italy. Hold on, before we do anything, I need to level up. You see, I need to level up. I mean, I have to pick strength. I mean, anything but strength, that's just wrong. I hardly know her. Yeah, I know you had to, don't worry. Okay, increase wounds by half the character's level. I could do this. But I have to do one thing. And this is useless, right? The guy can attack with the second weapon if the current weapon in hand addition to one additional hand is attack also plus 20 up to depend on skill. Nah, no. So melee weapon specialist. The axe, sweep, and hammer mace because 1 AP less. No. During the first round of combat, they use against deflection. No. After galvanizing and augment, again improves 2 AP and 3 MP. Okay, but there is a thing. And I know this is useless. I know this is completely useless. Is there anything more interesting? Charge distribution uses a grenade, not really. I mean, I have picked these, and these are definitely better, but this is gonna be a wasted point. But where's Melta weapon proficiency? So this is useless for several reasons, because Pujan does not do a lot of ballistic stuff. However, I want him to use a heavy melter. That's the entire reason. Maybe I shouldn't use the heavy melter. Maybe I shouldn't use the heavy melter. Well, now if we want, we can just give Pujan. Like, yeah, he now has a heavy melter. Lord Captain, we have received an astropathic message from Dargonis. Achilles' calendar reports a Xenos raid against a merchant ship in Gartafal's calamity. A new message from Iskander, Lord Captain. Achilles' aide have reported that the Xenos raid will be heading an attack on the paradise world Grantis. My trader is so goddamn rogue. Ugh. Oh, what? Huh? Achilles' calendar. I focused all my attention on investigating the attacks across your protectorate. I suspected there was something bigger behind the Xenos attacks, but... We shall prevail. I mean, Pujan himself is strong enough to, you know... Lord Inquisitor. Oi oi. I can't just walk past them. They're good talk, dear Inquisitors.
None shall stand in my way.
Much better. Do my eyes deceive me? Explain yourself, Antok. Why is there a chick? Hey, is that Cassia?
You are accused of consorting with Xenos, betraying the Imperium, and neglecting the interests of humankind.
Huh? Yeah, I want. Pulsating strands stretch from under Cassia's headpiece, one wrapping around her neck, while the others drain her lifeblood through a weeping. No, no. Solomorn's bloodless body is sporting enormous teeth and iron pulled from the jaws of his loyal cybermaster. No. Every exposed area of Argentus' skin is mottled with an intricate pattern of scarlet blisters, crimson indentations, and charred tissue. No, they burned her! A passing ray of light reflects off the countless tiny blades that look like they sprouted from inside Adiras' body. You mess with people doing ranked races. My body. Cabela's skin is covered in countless injection marks. Black, tendril-like webs of burned nerves radiate outward around each one. Wait, this is meant to be my ship, I just realized. All of the cold trader's bones were broken, her augmented arm was ripped from its socket, and the bones of every finger on the remaining hand are twisted and sticking out at strange angles. Ilgun's head has been partially severed from his body. The neck muscles and skin have been cut with surgical precision, revealing withered cartilage and blackened vessels resembling thick worms. The distorted features of the manipulus are streaked with congealed, tar-like blood. Pascal's augmentics were separated but not extracted from his body. The places where they connect to the organic tissues teem with predatory millipedes feasting on the coagulating blood and accumulated pus. Abelard's of Azarian's limbs were amputated and then sewn back onto his body with remarkable skill and precision using human tendons. What did they do to Cassia, my baby girl? No, no.
The tribunal is waiting for your explanations. Come closer.
Email. Oh, let me guess. My mom telling me I have to go food. Oh, I love being told when I have to do food. I love having control over when I eat. I really do. And here comes our principal witness, the rogue trader himself. Heinrichs gives you a cold look. If the presented evidence was not enough to convince you, his testimony will conclude this confusing case, full of oath-breaking lies, full of oath-breaking lies and heresy. You dragged this boy into this trial, now expect someone will lend an ear to the lowly heretic's testimony? I thought better of you, interrogator from Calyx. I was so very wrong. Lady Theodora's voice sounds even harsher and angrier than you remember. The Lord Inquisitor makes a vaguely dismissive gesture. Enough. Let him speak. The sooner this business is concluded, the better. Then let us continue. Can I actually save right now? No, I can't. Then let us continue. Shielded by the powers of the warrant of trade granted by the Imperium, Theodora von Valencia has more than once allowed herself to openly collaborate with Xenos. You have never seen such a contemptuous grimace on the interrogator's face. She plunged her entire protectorate into apostasy and heresy, including the current rogue trader, and went out of her way to prevent the Inquisition, and me personally, from maintaining order inside the Expanse. Does the rogue trader admit to fraternizing with the Xenos, serving them as a puppet, and rejecting the God Empress's blessed life for the sake of his heretical desires and base profit? You served the Xenos. You rejected his light. You reveled in your heretical desires and craved base profit. But no. The Xenos is gone. Why is the Lord Inquisitor here? And Theodora made the corpse too. Didn't she die? Everything is wrong here. Died, you say? But who are you talking to if I did? Theodora of Valencia is alive. You were her loyal servant and she made you serve the Xenos. But no, there. Get one simple truth into your empty head. Your role in these events is negligible. You shall think me the Emperor of the Golden Throne if I so choose, and think me dead if it strikes my fancy. But this is not what matters right now. Just looking in your direction makes me sick. And as I speak to this filth, the last words are obviously meant for the court, not you. Henriks bends over you with a crooked smile. Rogue Trader, are you alright? Or was your heretical association with Xenos so disruptive that you lost your mind? You served the Xenos. No, I didn't. The mocking words do little to hide his irritation. The interrogator is obviously displeased with the turn of the conversation is taking. The Inquisitor leans forward slightly at the sight of your anguish. For a brief moment, the boredom in his eyes is gone. What? These aren't actually them? No way. It was amusing, but the joke has outstayed its welcome. Theodora shoots the interrogator a nasty look. Is it painfully obvious this heretic is dancing to your tune? Dancing to your tune? His word against mine? He had lost before he even unsheathed your blade, Heinrichs. You need not worry, dear Lord Captain. It was not my intention to bring up unsupported claims. Heinrichs produces a data slate and skillfully manipulates the device until he allocates the necessary information. The rogue trader has often been accompanied by a Xenos companion. Now that is true. It is true the Xenozirulet was one of your retinue. And though the warrant of trade does allow one to grant sanction to individual specimens, what is this if not a confirmation of the von Valencia's family's loyalty to the enemies of humanity? The rogue trader ties to the Drukhari. They served the Drukhari, did their bidding, they helped you survive. Without your Drukhari masters, you would be dead. A different subspecies of Eldari are just as obvious. Who else could help him divine the carefully prepared plans of the Drukhari, if not other Drukhari? Mariusz Pujanowski von Valencia always ended up in the location of the next Drukhari raid, knowing for certain where they were going to strike. Wait, the Inquisitor himself gave me his blessing to Xenos as I saw fit. Why then am I standing trial? Your words fly from your lips, but their meaning belongs to someone else. And you are aware of this, except there is nothing you can do about it. Your voice dreadfully hoarse from the screaming and torture. I confess to collaborating with Xenos. Cooperation is a double-edged sword. Sometimes you use your partner, and sometimes your partner uses you. Well, which is what happened to the rogue traitor. Lady Theodora used him to undermine the standing of the Imperium in the Expanse. Theodora of Valencia is alive. You are a loyal servant. No, she is not alive. The tribunal remains silent, although this preset cast angry glances at your predecessor. At this point, the tribunal probably wants to know what the true intentions of the Valencia's dynasty are. The rogue trader claims he has been waging war against the Drukhari this entire time. Except, was there really a war, or was it another carefully staged performance? Heinrichs is looking at you closely, almost without blinking. Allow me to explain what actually happened. Mariusz Pujanowski von Valencia personally invited united the Drukari to his worlds and then used their strength and resources to sow chaos in the expanse to gain leverage over his rivals. It is very convenient to play the victim while working with those who robbed your neighbors blind and terrify the words that pay you tribute. How much did you profit from this rogue trader? Did you think I would uncover your pathetic conspiracy? Heinrich's more like Haynes Mold Dick's energy. Yeah. After the circus, Heinrichs, I did not set up that attack. Or at least that is what you wanted to say. However, the alien will makes you say something else entirely. Oh, so close. It was originally Theodorus' plan. Her servants, always let me know when the next Drukari attack would take place. Your pathetic attempts to pay me as a heretic are like a blunted rapier, tedious and useless. Theodorus' gaze is not directed at you. She's addressing Heinrichs. I do not think so. Another witness to atrocities arrived alongside the rogue trader. Urilit silently takes a graceful step forward. If the code so desires, my speech will run like a river and wash away your doubts. I found a shard of my home in a rogue trader's chambers. An entire craft world vanished among the stars, the only clue to its fate resting in the hands of this monkey. That was when I began to suspect that he had something to do with the misfortune that had befallen my Krudarok. Do not be deceived by his breed. There is a cunning predator lurking behind the flattering of the fragile butterfly wings. The monkey before you is a bizarre amalgamation of qualities not usually inherent in his feeble species. He has mastered the mysteries of many in this world's cultures, the secrets of the universe and ancient artifacts, the fine art of war, the intricacies of deceit. All are embodied in a single monkey, however hard it may be to believe. However, the thread that bound our paths broke the moment I realized the monkey's involvement in the disappearance of my home. To flee the rogue trader, I tracked down and eliminated his chief tracker who had pursued our kin in his part of the galaxy for many years, and thus earned clemency before this court. So Achilles did not simply vanish. You helped him disappear, Heinrichs nods curtly. I say he had only himself to blame. An agent who cannot recognize an impending threat is useless. Heinrich nods with satisfaction, noticing your reaction, or rather, the lack of it. The court has been presented with enough evidence, and I hope no one is harboring any doubts as to the guilt of the Von Valancius dynasty. But let us allow the rogue trader to say his final word. We are all curious to know what you have gleaned from this inquiry. I'm starting to make sense of what is going on here. I'm still struggling to see what's going on here. You do not need to understand, monkey. You have enough wrong what was required of you, and muster your strength. We still have a fun enough. Yeah, Heinrichs is definitely real and not a Drukari. Can you guys like remove the larva out of my brain, please? Ugh. Ugh. Who is that ugly son of a bitch? Bro only has half a face. After the spell is lifted, staggering pain pierces your body. Darkness clouds your vision and nausea creeps up the throat. But the wounds you manage to forget soon remind you that you're still alive. Nazaraki. Okay. Only has half a face now. The weakness of your subject is an insult. Can I save? I need to go. The weakness of your subject is an insult to the Council of Archons and the Supreme Overlord of Kamara himself, Euremerus. The commanding inhuman voice tears you from the vice of agony, and you see an unknown Drukari in the center of the chamber whose presence alone causes your insides to clench. Instead of fighting and ripping what they are owed from Destiny's hands by force, they dare to crawl into the Dark Palace, begging for favors. Look at the female Drukari, 5%. The Xenos look menacing. Perhaps she is the personal guard of the Drukari sitting on the throne. Look at the Drukari up on the throne. One half of his face is hidden behind a golden mask with an intimidating visage. The other half is showing a malicious, sharp-toothed leer. The Xenos' elaborate armor is decorated with skulls and patches of human skin impaled on countless blades and hooks. He carries himself with authority and ease, as though he is a ruler who holds the threat of fate of all those present tightly in his grasp. Look at Marzahai. Marazai. The smug grin has fled Marazai's face. He clutches the hilt of his blade and casts a vicious look at the female Drukari in sumptuous armor. Euclid, Eurylet. Eurylet absorbs every word, occasionally wincing in pain and covering her weeping wounds. Her posture and gestures are full of tension, like prey cornered by a pack of predators. Eurylet shrinks under the hungry stares of those around her. Well, listen to the conversation then. With the greatest respect, my mighty Nezraki, Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, first among the chosen, voice of the Overlord of the Dark City, bringer of demise, conqueror of 100 worlds, and Ezra dismisses Marza like a balsam fly. The Council of Archons has heard enough platitudes, Strakon Marazai, and no longer wishes to. Sly intrigue roofs his chill to jagged ice, turns lips and tongues. Of vitriol verbals, the cut and thrust, keep time with fates on machinations grave. But whose deft footwork leads to naught but dust? While from its brutal finish none can save. Displayed the puppet master granted me, through murky stalls, a path obligingly. The puppet master has the Vect himself invited you to his chamber. The Archon chokes on his own words, but quickly regains his composure. No matter, you may be our guest, Arbenian, but you are merely a spectator in this performance, and spectators do not belong on the stage, as you undoubtedly know. No one, do not interfere. The stranger presses a delicate finger to the lips of his sorrowful mask and says with a twinkle in his eye, A shadow in the shadows I will be. Look at the Eldari. Eldari? Interrupted the trial. The bright motley, the hollow suit, the mask hiding its owner's face, and the graceful, subtle movement. Before you stands a harlequin, another representative of the multifaceted Eldari race. The Xenos catches your eye and nods. For a moment, the play of shadows on the mask appears to twist its expression into a mischievous grin. Recall what you know about the Vect. Oh wow, you've heard many gruesome tales about the atrocities of the Drukhari, but the cruelest and vilest always involved as Asdrubal Vect, the Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, the supreme overlord of Komara, and the most dangerous of all his dark kind. Hercon, whatever your name is, I shall be adding your mouse to my collections, artifact. Stop acting like I'm not here! The words almost fly from your lips when a sharp pain seizes your head in a vice-like grip. Blood and nausea roll inside your throat, and the world starts swaying before your eyes. It looks like the creature Marasai shoved into your head is still suppressing your will with all its might. You can already feel its approaching demise. The Archon addresses the female Drukhari standing beside him, his eyes alight with mockery. Not directed at her, however, for he is still looking at Marasai. How does the Archon intend to pay for Akalis' blatant disrespect? I'm waiting for your reply, Eurymeris, and my patience is growing thinner with each breath you take. Marasai's eyes widen, filled with astonishment and disbelief. He seems to have been certain of the outcome. They don't expect what he is hearing now. His lips twist in an enraged snarl. Hatred directed at the Xenos on the throne, and yet it finds no outlet under the gaze of the dozens of Drukhari in the chamber. I'm a skedaddle. Enjoy the food. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. I mean, yeah. Talk to you later. Later, hopefully. Enjoy whatever you're going to be doing, man. Enjoy, buying Hearthstone packs that you're definitely going to buy. I humbly bow before the Council of Archons and apologize for this outburst on behalf of the Cabal. Allow me to prove my respect to you with a humble gift. Eurymeris points at you with a clawed finger and flashes a satisfied grin. The Dragon of the Cabal of the Raving Tempest himself and his amusing monkey plaything with their entourage of hapless freaks will enter your arenas and fight the best warriors for the crowd's amusement. A muffled chuckle can be heard from under Nazrakai's mask. Komarak, accept your guest, Eurymeris. But what should I do for Marasai is first among your blades? Should I cast him out of the palace and condemn to disgrace? Or should I be merciful and allow him to leave the chamber on his own? The Archon's chilling gaze falls upon you. I think I know who will make this difficult decision. A creature whose mewling the Council of Archons has meant to heed. Is it not right, Marasai? You'll receive what you have been longing for. It will be the monkey who decides your fate. Marasai's face contorts in despair. His gaze shifts to the Archon, to you, then to Eurymeris, and then back. But he does not dare to utter an objection. Beat him half to death and throw him like rubbish? Nah. Doing your mouth. Marasai is a worthy opponent. Let him go to the arena himself. To avoid few Xenos coming part of your games. Listen and remember the Emperor's name. I will end you all. Arzai was a worthy opponent. Let him go to the arena himself.
Silence, monkey! You can choke on your pity, I have no need of it. The monkey has chosen your fate, Marathai. Let this be a lesson to you. Lay down your weapon, follow the guards, and may the pity of a lesser being serve as a mark of disgrace far worse than the wrath of the Archons. Go!
The Archon nods in satisfaction and makes an unfamiliar gesture. The gods draw closer to you.
Let us return to you, Euramaris.
The Harlequins' laughter interrupts the Archon and echoes under the walls of the chamber in a resounding baritone.
And all the masks upon their marks now stand. The slave of vanity, the spire ascends. The thief and traitor cast downward by her hand. Unbeknownst to all, their fate depends on a lead unseen, a player green.
The Harlequin leans forward and eyes her with genuine interest.
Is this how you treat the hospitality of Comara or Rebenian?
The Archon angrily balls his fist, the shadow of his wrath hanging over the Eldari interloper like a thunderclap.
I thought your words were worth more. You insult me by interrupting the trial again.
The Xeno sweeps into a theatrical bow without taking his eyes off Nazrakez's face.
You, Archon, speak a just rebuke, in truth. A fate melodies and snarls fantastic have. Entrap me here, and when I hear them play, I could not keep my lips from grinning wide. Here comes the hour for shadows to retreat, to where the curtain waits to rise, the laugh. With no beginning, now sends forth the call.
Ow. Can I save now, please? Can I please save? Jasmine, yeah, cool. Let me save already. Whee! Hey, stop eating my leg. The world is an impenetrable haze of warm pain. You lie motionless. No, you rest in a murky gloom, slowly dissolving into nothingness. Sometimes the repose is troubled by an unpleasant and persistent tremors coming from the place where your legs used to be. You do your best to ignore them.
Away, you vulture! This is not your prey!
A vaguely familiar voice reaches you through the curtain of darkness, but disobedient thoughts refuse to reveal where and when you have heard it before. Was it just recently, or 100 lifetimes ago? The trembling coming from your legs is replaced with a violent jerking motions, and then it finally stops.
From this phantasmagoria retreat, and deftly seize my merchant vagabond, the puppet master strings left dangling. Again rise up to take your place and dance.
A spark ignites in the darkness, and its light ruthlessly cuts through the gloom that envelops you. An ugly image of the reality before you assaults your retina. You can feel your body again and realize it is filled with pain. Your shoulder is sore from an injection. Until I get a couple recap, my vital status is yet to be determined.
Alas, the bliss of death will save you not. The whirling walls of chance and gloom you'll dance.
A prickling sensation burns your shoulder, and the darkness at last fully withdraws from your mind. Whatever the injection was, it is making your heart beat a frenzied tattoo and your pupils narrow so that you now register every detail of the disgusting place in which you have found yourself in merciless clarity. Feel your body. You immediately regret this decision. Every inch of your body is suffering. There is a dull, deliberating pain in your head caused by chemicals of some kind. Your body is covered in deep cuts made either for fun or with sinister intent. All your organs appear to be intact, but the same cannot be said for your blood. You have lost a great deal. Finally, a strange gnawing spasm occasionally flares at the base of your skull. It is not severe, but for some reason it is what concerns you most of all. All your equipment is gone, as are your shoes. You don't even have a knife at hand to fend off enemies or to open your veins. Look around. You are surrounded by the dead, numerous corpses, mutilated bodies, and pieces thereof. Humans, Drukhari, and other Xenos unfamiliar to you lie motionless in this gruesome mortuary. Look at the rescuer. Your eyes refuse to focus on the blurry figure of the person who came to your aid. He appears to be tall, and your mind empathetically refuses to continue, for every moment of concentration causes you suffering. I have seen you before. Who are you?
A dream obscure of death, deliverance, illuminating will and agony. Where am I? Among the shadows and the wings you lie, where taut are pulled the puppet master's strings.
The stranger intricately links his fingers to mimic the tools of a puppeteer.
My companions, where are they? Not here, the roles have been decided now, but if you play your part, perhaps the plot will draw you back together, or to doom.
The figure's cruel laughter follows. This overture in verse, the final lines. The merchants' time to tread the boards has come. Embark you now upon your pilgrimage, and take my parting gift, a humble prop. The stranger deposits something in your hand and disappears into the twilight. Gift from beyond the grave, a remarkable and weak pistol, the engraving covering its surface is far more valuable than any meager stopping power it might possess. Attempt to rise. Your body has suffered too much to obey your mind. Or rather, that is how it would have been for someone else, perhaps, but not for you. You have lived through worse. Anguish and torture could never break you now. You will rise to your feet and press on. All that is left is understand why you should. Remember all those people whose lives depend on you. Hundreds of faces flash before your mind's eye, friends, subjects, and companions. The universe is cruel and full of darkness, and your will and determination are the only barrier between your loved ones and its crushing apathy and brutality. You have no right to die, not here and not now. Resoluteness floods your veins like in this incandescent plasma, and you make another attempt to get up. Gain the power of honor effect. 10 toughness, that's more strength. You get up. Yes, your body aches and rebels against you, but your tempered mind is stronger than your mortal flesh. You draw yourself up straight and take in your surroundings. Okay, save game. Stream. I need to sadly end right now, so thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you all in the next stream. Goodbye.